the bulk of that fire really starts slowing down before they make their way into those apartments and start what they call pulling the ceilings to get water into that bottom portion of the attic way. But right now, though, that fire really ripping in the attic. Yeah, you can see it popping up. Every time the water slows, they slow the water, that fire really starts pushing back.
That's right.
But in that front portion of the attic, that fire definitely entrenched and waiting to see how they handle it. But they're doing the job. And that's what counts.
Yeah, you definitely see those fire crews pulling back a bit, especially as more of this roof opens up and there's been this partial collapse. You wonder why they're not using more of the ladders. We've seen streams come from the ladders, and not in this situation here.
That one I can answer, even though I am definitely not a firefighter and or trained by LA City Fire Department. They don't use those because the firefighters are up on the rooftop. They won't be using those those ladder pipes as long as the firefighters are still up there on that rooftop. They don't want to knock anybody over accidentally or anything like that. It's all about safety when they're battling, when they're doing these crazy unsafe things out here, like battling a fire. That roof definitely sagging in so many parts where that fire is on that front portion of the apartment building. I do understand that there are firefighters in the apartments on the other side, on this side over here, because we did see some hose lines or water squirting out from inside that fire. So that means they are in those apartments right now. So you got firefighters inside that building and on that rooftop battling those flames. It is starting to slow down a little bit. I have to give them credit for that. That roof definitely has collapsed. As far as the residents go, as we understand it, everybody is out, which is great and fantastic news. Right now, though, we just got to make sure that all those firefighters don't get injured while they're battling these flames.
It does seem like the fire is contained, luckily enough, to that apartment complex. It doesn't seem, despite the vegetation that you see around the apartment building, it doesn't seem like there's any threat of it spreading to any homes nearby.
Definitely not spreading any homes nearby. There's what you can see it right there. So we're seeing that water squirting out from inside the rooftop right there. That means there are firefighters inside the building. I'm not sure how they access that location right there, but they're definitely in there. You know, they have got all the fire protection equipment and their own breathing apparatus, and they're pulling hose lines through an apartment building and taking down ceilings just to get the water on the fire. This work is definitely abrasive, is probably a good word, but it's very taxing on anybody. These firefighters definitely trained and the ability there for them. You can see this firefighter right there throwing a line down. He's probably going to be pulling up a hose here, so they're going to have extra hoses up on that rooftop here shortly to help battle the flames from the top and inside that apartment building. Right now, though, that attic definitely entrenched with fire. These firefighters working to get those flames out. And again, LA City Fire Department, I gotta say it, these guys are some of the best in the world. I love watching them work, and they're always so effective and just on it every time. And you see that hustle and that teamwork. It is amazing to watch, and you know, every time we see something like this, even though the roof is collapsing, it could be so much worse. And these guys, just the best.
Yeah, well,
it is teamwork.
It was nice to see that those streams coming from inside the apartment complex and going outwards, so you do know that firefighters are inside. Also, we can also just glean from the type of smoke that we're seeing. Some of the smoke appears to be dissipating a little bit. This is white smoke. Also, which it just means that some of the fires are being put out, and we're not seeing some of the fuels that you might get black smoke from something that might be plastics or gas, that sort of thing burning here. So it does look like they are starting to fight the fire from both inside and outside of this structure. So that is good news. Apartment fire here in Koreatown, a massive response here. We do believe that most of the people have been evacuated from this. Amanda brought up something that I think is also important too, because like a lot of times we see in these situations that there are pets inside.
Right, the people get evacuated, but maybe not the pets. Yeah. Have you heard or seen of that happening, Stu?
We have not heard about any of the pets, and I always am concerned about that as well. Kind of getting one of those shots here where you actually can see through that attic way at some of those firefighters on that second floor, looking through that collapsed ceiling right there, still working to put those flames out. It is just amazing to think that they are inside that building with fire, like a bulk of fire like that, and a roof collapsing above them, putting water out there to put that to put the flames out, battling the fire as it would be. As far as pets go, I'm sure that if any of these folks had any, they were able to get them out of there. Sometimes we see like groups of people on the sidewalk, a lot of vegetation down there. Not sure, there's some people right there. Not sure if these are from the neighborhood or actually from the apartment, but definitely was one of the first things that they were talking about when firefighters were arriving, was making sure everybody is out of their apartments, and then they actually were starting to assign medical to some of these firefighters. There you go. But we have not heard them being used, so that is good news all around.
Yeah, hats off to all the firefighters out there for their bravery. They have a lot to think about when they're up on that roof, and once the smoke clears, we'll be able to get a better picture of exactly how much of that roof has collapsed. A significant portion there at this apartment fire in Koreatown. All right, Stu, keep us posted on that.
Thank you, Stu. Let's take you now to D.C. More breaking news to tell you about. President Trump and the First Lady will soon be greeting King Charles and Queen Camilla there. There you see a big welcoming party there. It's going to be a big hullabaloo there.
That's right. Yeah, rolling out the red carpets. King Charles is expected to address Congress later on today. This is only the second time that this has happened in U.S. history.
His mother addressed Congress back in 1991, so it's kind of a historic day for him. That's at the South Portico of the White House, where they'll be greeting there, and then President Trump will be speaking privately with King Charles inside the Oval Office. It'll be a discussion about the incredible alliance that the United States and the UK have had over the course of 250 years.
Making sure that alliance stays intact. As we know, a lot has happened, especially in the last 60 days. We're talking about this conflict in Iran. President Trump has had a lot to say about the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, over his response to the Iran war. This was more or less a diplomatic mission right now that King Charles is going on here in the United States, meeting with the President and the First Lady to smooth things over there, make sure the alliance is intact. The two of them, the President and the King, have actually a pretty cordial and nice personal relationship, unlike the President's relationship with the Prime Minister. And royals usually try to stay above the political fray, so it's they're going to try to sort of like iron out some things. Hopefully improve some relations between us and our biggest allies. When King Charles shows up, we will bring that to you live. In the meantime, hey, Amanda.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Great coverage of that. We were watching that in real time, and thank you for bringing up the pets, because I think about that.
I know.
So, of course. And who's not home, and help the neighbors, helping neighbors. And again, thank you to our firemen out there and women. Entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. Whose house?
Ram's
Well, we
house?
usually say Ram's house on this show. So you are correct.
Okay.
But on HBO, it's all about the House of the Dragon. And third time's the arm yourself.
You now have the power no man has ever wielded. You will have an empire unassailable, Rhaenyra. And our children will rule it forever and a day.
This is a series for those who still miss Game of Thrones, who want to get their fix. And the dragons are gearing up for war in the House of the Dragons Season 3. The HBO hit show promises 8 new episodes that will focus on intense dragon battles and the fallout from the previous season's conflict. You got to wait a couple more months, though, because the new season is set to premiere June 21st. Great acting.
It's a fantastic series.
It
Fantastic.
It's already on season 3, you said?
Yeah.
Wow. So is it it's a prequel?
It's a prequel. It's right. This is how the House of Targaryen got their start.
Yeah, exactly.
And do you have to watch the full Game of Thrones before you watch this?
I'll say this: you will appreciate the show more if you have watched Game of Thrones.
Right.
Yeah, but you don't. It's not a prerequisite.
Yeah.
But
I only watched part of Game of Thrones. That's the issue. But I'll start this one.
Targaryens, the ones that are all blonde.
That much I know.
yeah. Did you watch the Red Wedding for Game of Thrones?
No.
See, that's where I stopped watching Game of Thrones. After that episode,
Very
I'm like, you know
pivotal.
what?
It's a
I'm
lot.
out.
It's a lot of bloodshed.
It's a lot.
Bob, Jen.
Yes.
Yes?
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how healthy would you say you are? Overall. Mental, physical, emotional?
Well, mentally it's different.
Overall.
Physically, though, I'm about an 8 or a 9, I would say. I feel pretty
For
good.
someone of my age, I think I'm not bad. So
You look
I'd
great.
give myself an 8.
You know, my grandma likes to call you Clark Kent. She calls you Clark Kent. Yeah, she
I
does.
love
She's
that.
watching right
Yeah.
now. She does say that you're Clark Kent. Did you know that the state you live in, though, has a real big impact on how healthy you are? Well, guess where California landed? If you think it's in the top 5, nope. If you think it's the top 10, think again. And if you think it's the top 20, sorry.
Is it because of the air quality here?
You're on the
That's
nose.
why.
A new study that came out earlier this year from americasrankings.org listing all of the states. It came out for 2025, but it's now trending again on social media. And the healthiest state was none other than New Hampshire for the 4th consecutive year in the row. Let's take a look. This was followed by Massachusetts, Vermont, Connecticut, and Utah. California ranked 24 on
That's
the
not good.
healthiest states list. This is buzzing on social media right now, and people have a lot of opinions as to why California ranks.
Well, they must have an explanation.
It's got to be the air quality,
The air
right?
quality
It's the pollution.
is not great. Also,
Not great.
people think, you know, LA, we're green juice, we're hiking, but LA is just one city in California, and there are many cities that make up California. The unhealthiest state, well, I'm sorry to all you beignet-loving, Mardi Gras-loving fans, Louisiana. The unhealthiest state
unhealthiest.
as number 50 on that list.
Interesting. But you know, we're so health forward here, right?
We have
are
air
about
wine.
the green
Think
juices.
we
We are about
We have
the
air wine.
Pilates.
We've got, you're right.
We have air wine.
That's right. We just don't have cleaner air, Rowan.
It's just too expensive.
Erewhon.
Yeah.
to afford Erewhon.
We need
So that's
cleaner
what it
air for
is.
Erewhon. And that leads us to our poll question of the day. We're getting health focused, health centered here. What do you do to optimize your health? Do you focus on diet, exercise? Are you a supplements, vitamins person? Maybe mental health is where you start for your health. Or let's be honest, you need to be better. Go to foxla.com/vote. No judgment here. We just want to see and check in with our viewers.
One thing about supplements, vitamins, is unless your body's deficient in something, I'm just going to leave it
What?
at that.
Don't take it?
I'm just saying, studies have not concluded that it does much. That the use of vitamins do much, unless your body's deficient.
Also, make
in
sure
that
you-
My
certain vitamin.
multivitamin.
Well, make sure you know which magnesium
Always
to
take your multivitamin.
By the way, there's 2 magnesiums for everyone needs to know.
Yeah.
There's the citrate and the glycinate. So make sure you know which one you're taking.
I wonder what kind of vitamins are in strawberries.
Ooh.
We're about to find out.
I bet it's pretty rich
Yeah.
in vitamins. Are we going to go to Coco? Or are we going to go
I don't know which one.
Nope.
Okay.
Let's head back to the White House, where President Trump is receiving King Charles. Breaking news at this hour. That's the South Portico of the White House there. A lot of pomp and circumstance, of course. This historic visit for King Charles. Queen Camilla also expected to be there, too. It really is a short walk for the King and the Queen. They're basically like staying across the street at Blair House. They arrived here yesterday, and it's going to be a big day for the King as he addresses both chambers of Congress.
And there they are.
They're literally rolling out the red carpet here. Now this, of course, is going to precede a day where the President and the King will have a private moment inside the Oval Office, and the two will no doubt talk about the incredible alliance, the relationship that the United States has had with Great Britain over the course of 250 years. And maybe perhaps with their close relationship, try to iron things out. That the U.S. has had a challenging relationship.
Challenging as of late, as of recently, especially when it comes to this conflict with Iran. President Trump has repeatedly had some choice words to say about Prime Minister Keir Starmer over his response to the Iran war and help when it comes to the Strait of Hormuz. You can see King Charles, Queen Camilla there, shaking hands. President J.D. Vance right there, Marco Rubio. Yes, so it's a lot of
Secretary of War, Susie Wiles there,
that's right.
Chief of Staff. So shaking hands there with the other dignitaries, which is the members of the President's cabinet and other officials, and they're going to take to the dais here shortly to address everybody who's present.
The First Lady and Queen Camilla are dressed pretty similarly right now. They both have the hats on. They both have the white dresses on. Are they going to be addressing the crowd? Do we know?
The two of them actually have an event later today, and they're going to be talking about education while the President and the King.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and then President Trump is expected to host a dinner as well with the King.
The national anthem of the United States. Present, arms.
Of course, all happening as America gets ready to celebrate its 250th birthday, a full circle moment for both of these countries. King Charles is expected to address Congress only the second time this has happened in our nation's history. He's expected to smooth things over, call for reconciliation and renewal between the U.S. and the United Kingdom. This begins a 4-day state visit, after which they're going to have a big state dinner this evening. And then at that point, King Charles and Queen Camilla will be on a plane to New York City.
New York City to go to the 9/11 memorial. And then at the end of their trip, they're heading down to the Shenandoah Valley. A big trip up and down the East Coast here. It's a special moment for this king, taking the throne after the passing of his mother, Queen Elizabeth. And his mother was the last royal to come here and address Congress back in 1991.
That's right.
So he's following in her footsteps. He, in most of history, I believe that he is the oldest king to take the throne, so he has certainly waited for this moment because Queen Elizabeth had stayed on that throne for so long.
And it's good to see King Charles standing up there looking well, especially because he had a health scare several years ago, ongoing health concerns. There was a recent short hospital stay, March 2025.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Let's listen in.
They pretty big guest list they have here on the South Lawn. Members of the military, almost every branch of the military represented there. They brought together a corps of musicians from all branches, and now they're doing in the military. They call this a pass-in review, where the dignitaries, the president, along with the king now, will take a look at some of the other military members that are present there It sort of emulates an inspection of the troops, but they will walk by all of the members of the military. There you see this is members of the U.S. Army, and then right now they're approaching members of the United States Marine Corps.
Many are saying this is the most important trip that the king has taken yet since he was crowned. You have to imagine the security, of course, is extra tight this time around. You have all the dignitaries there. You have a massive crowd, especially given what happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner not too long ago. There was some question whether this trip and this meeting would be postponed, but shortly after the shooting happened, it was made mention that no, this would go on as planned.
Just past the United States Navy, and right now these are members of the United States Air Force, perhaps the Space Force. And then this is just judging by their uniforms, also the U.S. Coast Guard there. So, yeah, it's called a pass-in review. It's a kind of a formality where the commander-in-chief inspects the troops, and so they're looking at the troops. So this is all preceding King's remarks towards joint session of Congress. He's supposed to talk for about 20 minutes tonight. No doubt he's going to, there's word that he is actually going to address the incident at the White House Correspondents' Dinner briefly, and then talk more broadly about the importance of maintaining this special relationship with the United States as two of the great powers on this planet, and the importance of staying together and keeping together a very strong alliance. Very interesting as you look at these two together. They're not that far in age, just like 2 years apart. President Trump 79, and the King 77. Let's hear from the president.
How you going, all right? I ran to the wrong side.
Here
The president just waiting for some of the bugle corps and the color guard.
That's right. It's what you can't see on camera right now that we're all sort of waiting for right now.
So
everyone's just kind of standing
marching by and passing by the dais again after some of the pageantry there for the king. And
but we know that President Trump has a lot of respect for King Charles. He has complimented him quite a great deal since he was crowned king. They have a very cozy relationship.
And it's hoped that during this private meeting, the president has been really critical of Keir Starmer and their not helping more with the war in Iran, specifically with the Strait of Hormuz, recently asking the Prime Minister specifically to help them clear mines from the Strait of Hormuz. And the UK, first of all, has a very big Navy, the British Navy, one of the most powerful worldwide. And
there was some thought that they could be of great assistance,
right, to at least just clear
opening
mines.
up the Strait of Hormuz, right, and clearing the mines there.
And Keir Starmer really doesn't want to, at this point, take part in any activity when it comes to the war in Iran, still keeping that arm's distance. The UK did meet with other members of the European Union, and they talked about eventually stepping in and helping with the situation with Israel and the U.S., but only after some kind of agreement or a treaty is made between the U.S., Israel, and Iran, not before that. So they're saying we'll help when it's all over, but they're not helping right now, even though the president continues to say the EU has the most to gain from this because it's their backyard.
Ready, on. Ceremonial. At ease. Stay at ease.
And as we await President Trump's remarks, this is only the second time
the President of the United
in history
States,
this has happened that a king has addressed a joint session of Congress. Let's listen in on President Trump.
Thank you very much, everybody. What a beautiful British day this is. And it really is. Your Majesties, members of the British delegation, friends, service members, and distinguished guests, welcome to the beautiful White House. Great honor to have you. Melania and I will never forget the spectacular honor Your Majesties showed us during our extraordinary visit to Windsor Castle last September. Now it is our tremendous privilege to host you, and you're going to have a wonderful short stay, but stay nevertheless. Then you're going over to Congress, and you're going to make a speech that's going to make everybody very envious of that beautiful accent of yours. Very elegant. He's a very elegant man. Here in the shadows of monuments to George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, honoring the British King might seem an ironic beginning to our celebration of 250 years of American independence. But in fact, no tribute could be more appropriate. Long before Americans had a nation or a constitution, we first had a culture, a character, and a creed. Before we ever proclaimed our independence, Americans carried within us the rarest of gifts, moral courage, and it came from a small but mighty kingdom from across the sea. For nearly 2 centuries before the Revolution, this land was settled and forged by men, women, who bore in their souls the blood and noble spirit of the British. Here on a wild and untamed continent, they set loose the ancient English love of liberty and the Great Britain's distinctive sense of glory, destiny, and pride. And that's what it is: glory, destiny, and pride. The American patriots who pledged their lives to independence in 1776 were the heirs to this majestic inheritance. Their veins ran with Anglo-Saxon courage. Their hearts beat with an English faith in standing firm for what is right, good, and true. In recent years, we've often heard it said that America is merely an idea, but the cause of freedom did not simply appear as an intellectual invention of 1776. The American founding was the culmination of hundreds of years of thought, struggle, sweat, blood, and sacrifice on both sides of the Atlantic. Fate drew a long arc from the meadow at Runnymede to the streets of Philadelphia that ran through the lives of people born and bred on the British code that no man should be denied either justice or right. American patriots today can sing "My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty," only because our colonial ancestors first sang "God Save the King." We see today a living symbol of this centuries-old bond just a few dozen feet to the left where I stand. There, Her late Majesty, Queen Elizabeth, an incredible woman who I had the privilege of getting to know. Queen Elizabeth II, very, very special woman who is very greatly missed on both sides of that mighty Atlantic. Long ago planted a young tree. It was a very young and beautiful tree, and look at it now. It's tripled in size and tripled in strength, very much as our nations have even more than tripled. Like our nation itself, it was laid with British hands but grew in American soil. Today it stands tall and proud, reaching ever higher. And this morning it reminds us that the mightiest of trees, like the greatest of nations, must be anchored by the strongest and deepest of roots. In the centuries since we won our independence, Americans have had no closer friends than the British. We share that same root. We speak the same language. We hold the same values. And together our warriors have defended the same extraordinary civilization under twin banners of red, white, and blue. My wonderful mother, Mary MacLeod, was born in Stornoway, Scotland, the Hebrides, and that's what they call very serious Scotland. There's no question about it. Some places they say, well, it wasn't really Scotland. The Hebrides, that's real serious Scotland. That's where they had their greatest of warriors, their greatest of warriors. She came to America at 19, met my incredible father. We loved him so much. We all loved him. We loved her. We loved him, Fred, and they were married for 63 years. And excuse me if you don't mind. That's a record we won't be able to match, darling. I'm sorry. Just not going to work out that way. We'll do well, but we're not going to do that well. 63 years. And my mother, I just see it so clearly. She loved, and I told the king this, she loved the royal family, and she loved the Queen. And anytime the Queen was involved in a ceremony or anything, my mother would be glued to the television, and she'd say, look, Donald, look how beautiful that is. She really did love the family, but I also remember her saying very clearly, Charles, look, young Charles, he's so cute. It's my mother. My mother had a crush on Charles. Can you believe it? Amazing how, I wonder what she's thinking right now. But beneath those beautiful flags, 8 decades ago, Prime Minister Winston Churchill and President Franklin Roosevelt famously met on a ship in the North Atlantic to outline a vision for the free world after World War II. That understanding of our nation's unique bond and role in history is the essence of our special relationship, and we hope it will always remain that way. The ship where the two great leaders met was called the Prince of Wales, the very title that His Majesty the King held longer than any other individual in British history, and he held it with great pride and respect. It's said that when Prime Minister Churchill first met this future king many decades ago, he was so impressed, he made the statement, he is so young to think so much and so well. And the bust of your great Prime Minister rests proudly again in the Oval Office. We're very proud to bring it back. We brought it back. Throughout His Majesty's life, the world has witnessed that same thoughtfulness which first struck Britain's greatest Prime Minister. His Majesty's intellect, passion, and devotion have been really a blessing to the British people. But not only to his own country, but to the cherished bond between the United States and the United Kingdom. And I am very certain that it will continue that way long into the future. In a few hours, His Majesty will stand in the heart of the United States Capitol as the very first British king ever to address a joint session of the United States Congress. So he's going to be addressing Congress, and I'm going to be watching. I was thinking of going, but they said, I don't know, that might be a step too far. I would love to go. It's not supposed to be protocol, but I would love to be with you. But there, the direct descendant of King George III will speak to the direct successor of the very body that gathered in Independence Hall on July 4th, 1776. If John Adams and George Washington or the King's fifth great-grandfather could see that sight, they might be absolutely shocked, but probably only for a moment. Surely they would be delighted that the wounds of war healed into the most cherished friendship. Think of that very, very long ago difficult war, and yet those wounds did indeed heal into the most cherished of friendships, most cherished. They would be moved beyond words to know that the soldiers who once called each other Redcoats and Yankees became the Tommies and the GIs who together saved the free world as brothers in arms and brothers in eternity, and nobody fought better together than us. If they could see us today, our ancestors would surely be filled with awe and pride that the Anglo-American Revolution in human freedom was never, ever extinguished, but carried forward across centuries, across oceans, and across history until it became a fire that lit the entire world. So today we look back on 250 years. Let us remember what has made our countries the two most exceptional nations the world has ever known. And together let us go forward with even stronger resolve to carry on our sacred devotion to liberty and to the traditions of excellence that have been our shared gift of all mankind. Your Majesties, thank you once again for making this important visit. We are so honored. May God forever bless the United Kingdom, Great Britain, and Northern Ireland, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Also address the folks that have gathered there in the South Portico area of the White House. But President Trump welcoming King Charles, Queen Camilla,
right. It was a
to
nice
this
warm
country.
welcome.
Yeah.
From President Trump, starting off the speech by saying what a beautiful British day this is. He had a couple of jokes in there
talking
too.
about the weather there, because they have a little bit of, they have some clouds there and maybe some sprinkles there this morning. So yeah, opening it up with that joke about having some good British weather.
Also, we found out that his mother had a crush on King Charles. Apparently.
Yeah, he had a lot of anecdotes there.
Yeah.
He spoke about both of their mothers. He spoke about Queen Elizabeth II and how much she's beloved on both sides of the Atlantic, and then spoke of his own mother and how she really loved the monarchy and loved the royalty, and especially liked Prince Charles at the time.
All right, so that was his the first time we saw the two of them together in person, and later on today, King Charles will become the first British king to address a joint session of Congress. We'll of course keep you posted. We're going to take a short break, and we will be right back.
Okay, an alert for you out there to take it easy, slow down today and tomorrow.
So right now the CHP is in the middle of a 24-hour clampdown on speeding across the state. We have Mario Ramirez live in West LA with more. Good morning.
Jen, Bob, that's right. If you're thinking about hitting the gas on your morning commute, think twice, because the California Highway Patrol is flooding local freeways as part of this 24-hour maximum enforcement period. And we've already seen that here along the 405 in the Brentwood area. They're out in full force, as many officers as possible deployed to enforce speed limits across the state. The California Highway Patrol says additional officers are out from 6 o'clock this morning through just before 6 o'clock tomorrow, targeting speeders. Officers say that's still one of the biggest reasons people are killed or seriously hurt on California roads. And they say even a small increase in speed can cut down reaction time and make a crash that much more severe. We also spoke with AAA experts who say beyond the safety risks, many drivers right now simply can't afford the cost of the speeding ticket.
Today's gas price average in California, $5.96. So we know that people are still feeling the pain at the pump, and we're all looking for a little bit of relief. The last thing anyone wants, a speeding ticket. That's because we know that that ticket can cost hundreds of dollars and much more when you factor in the possibility of insurance increases.
Meanwhile, this is a look at the numbers from the California Highway Patrol. In 2025 alone, the agency says officers issued nearly 500,000 speeding tickets. They also report more than 110,000 speed-related crashes, leading to more than 400 deaths and over 68,000 injuries. And something else to keep in mind, AAA estimates that a single speeding ticket here in the state of California can increase your insurance premium by 20 to over 40%. And now that's the latest here in Brentwood along the 405. I'm Mario Ramirez. We'll send it back to you.
Mario, have they made it public exactly where this enforcement action is going to be taken? I mean, is there any kind of a map where we know, or is this just all freeways and highways across the state?
Yeah, all freeways statewide. This is not isolated to one single area. And I did reach out to CHP and ask how many additional officers will be on the roads. No specific numbers given, but again, these are enforced patrols. They are sending out as many officers as they can to crack down on those speeders.
Interesting. All right.
All right. Thank you. So, hey, if you're a little tired of California, maybe you're tired of the United States, well, now is your chance to become a Canadian. That is, if you follow certain criteria. Okay. So Canada has expanded its citizenship rules, allowing people with Canadian ancestors to apply for citizenship. Those ancestors can be grandparents or even further back. So Italy used to do this, where it was no matter what the generations removed, if you have Italian ancestry, you could be Italian. However, they just closed that loop. Yeah, those ancestors can be grandparents. The change went into effect in December. Applicants from U.S. nationals rose nearly 50% in January. Many see it as a chance to reconnect with their roots or secure future options. Experts say this policy contrasts with stricter immigration trends in other countries, including the U.S.
I love Canadians.
Now you too can be a Canadian.
I don't have any.
Do you have any ancestors?
Zero Canadian
Same.
blood.
That rules us out.
But
all right.
I wish. I like Canada.
I like Toronto. Have you been?
No. I like Vancouver.
Beautiful city.
Vancouver's beautiful.
Oh. Yeah. Quebec?
Not been to Quebec, but I've been to Montreal. It's the
straw boater, the hat.
What's a straw boater?
A straw boater hat.
Oh.
That's what the First Lady was wearing.
Here's my impression of the two ladies. Hi, darling. What are you wearing later? Are you wearing white?
Well, obviously
You're wearing white. Oh, I'm wearing
so
white.
Do we think it was an accident, or do we think that was premeditated?
We're talking about Queen Camilla and the First Lady. They looked very similar at the White House.
I think it was an accident. I just can't see Melania. She's such a stylish, iconic woman in her fashion. I just don't know if she was willing to dress the same or share that same color.
They didn't share it.
I don't think so.
It's like
either.
showing up.
Well, some people are saying that it was because this is like that means they're locks. It's a symbolic move. They're lockstep.
Oh,
they're on the same page. A show of unity, perhaps.
Okay. All right.
White signifying peace.
Gotcha.
It's not like that situation where you're at a wedding and you're a guest and you show up and you have this. No, I'm just saying you have the same dress as another guest.
Right.
You're like, oh gosh, like awkward.
Okay, I'll buy the that they're in unity and they're aligned.
Although it's interesting that in this historic visit, we're wondering what they're wearing.
I know.
Who are you wearing?
Well, of course.
Typical, right?
No, I don't just listen. That's all part of it. If you look back to past presidents, you look at the first ladies. I mean, fashion is a huge part of what they do.
But also, you know that every move they make when they're posing for pictures, it's all going to be so heavily scrutinized.
Absolutely.
That's what this day is going to be all about.
Yeah.
The fashion is a big part of it.
For better or worse.
You go in any of the presidential libraries, you'll see the first ladies and all their and the presidents. They're what they were wearing. Their
so
gowns.
Don't diminish our commentary.
I'm not diminishing.
On their suits, their beautiful white suits and their hats. I'm glad you're not diminishing, Bobby. You are not a diminished person. All right, let's talk about this. We've got an area of low pressure to our southwest, kind of a weaker high pressure system here, and that's going to kind of keep that storm away, actually. We had thought maybe we could get some sprinkles from that system late tomorrow into Thursday, but I think that high is just going to keep it farther south, or at least south enough to where we're not really going to get much from that at all. Maybe a sprinkle or two. You can see some of that green popping up there. I think it's going to be next week. Next week, Tuesday, will be when we watch this colder system move in, which will, of course, bring rain to Northern California. Lots of snow expected over the Sierra Nevada again, and then widespread rain for us. So we'll wait and see if that happens. We could use a little bit more rain. Otherwise, these are the highs we're expecting today. 76 in Woodland Hills, 74 in Burbank and Pasadena, 76 in Ontario to that 85 in Palm Springs. I'll show you that 70 forecast when I come back. But first, let's check back in with Samada. Just got to look at our traffic conditions out there. Hey, Samada.
Good morning, Marie. Good morning, everyone. We do have an issue. We're going to head you over to the Paramount area. Two vehicles collided here, taking away some lanes eastbound side of the 91 at Paramount Boulevard. The Freeway Service Patrol is heading out to the scene, and hopefully they'll help those vehicles out of the way. And we have a look at your real-time traffic. 47 minutes, pretty typical at this hour. Leaving downtown to get to Santa Monica, go ahead and apply 34 minutes. Your ride northbound 110 from the 405 coming inbound. And a snapshot of the 60 at Pyrite. Looks good there. Back to you two.
All right, Samada, thank you. So we are celebrating strawberries today, and why? Well, the SoCal favorite fruit is ripe for the picking.
It's nothing like when it comes right off the vine there. Coco's live at the Ecology Center in San Juan Capistrano. Good morning.
Hey there, it is a beautiful day here at the Ecology Center in San Juan Capistrano. I am so happy to be here with Chef Tony Ino, and you really have this beautiful display for us, these bright red strawberries, and you're going to make your grandmother's strawberry tart for us.
Yes, la tarte aux fraises. So first you need to wash your strawberry with vinegar and water. Then you need to dry them very nicely. After you need to remove the top. Okay. You just turn like that. Then you cut them in half, all of them. Okay. I go fast because we won't have too much time.
No, this is perfect.
After you place them in a tart shell, so you know how much strawberry to use. Next step, with the trimming you do a jam. Strawberry jam. This will be the base of your tart.
Okay. That is beautiful.
Bring more flavor.
Yeah.
There we go. Next, crème fraîche, whip with little bit of vanilla.
Beautiful.
Same.
You twirled it around there too.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, that's
light.
Beautiful. Yeah, it is really light, and I wish you guys could smell this too. It's just so fresh, seeing all the bright colors, and it looks beautiful.
And then after you put your strawberry around.
Okay.
Just like that.
Oh, that's
little
beautiful.
bit by little bit.
Let me see. Let me help you out here, because I want to learn how to do this as well. And this is your grandmother's recipe, right?
Every season in May, you are at the peak of the season, and strawberry are so delicious.
Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. And so then after that, this is what it will look like, right?
This is the end product. We finish with some French meat.
Okay.
I will cut a slice for you.
Oh my goodness, please. I am so excited to try this. I have been staring at it. I took a picture of it because I knew we were going to cut it, and it just looks so perfect. It's the most beautiful strawberry tart I think I have ever seen in my life. I love strawberries, and I tasted a few here at the Ecology Center too, and there's really nothing like getting that fresh strawberry right off the vine. It grows in the ground. Oh my goodness, this is looking beautiful. There's that special crunch of the crust too. I am excited to try this here. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Chef Tony, for this plate. And what a perfect slice this is. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have got to try this here to tell you all how delicious it is.
There's nothing better,
Let's
Coco.
see, with the fresh
there's nothing
strawberry.
better than a fresh strawberry, like right. I know. I'm sorry, my mic wasn't up. Ooh, and then to have one done by a Michelin chef.
Wow.
Right.
Chef Esnall.
Right.
You are that. Ooh,
yes, absolutely. Chef Tony, you are the best. And he is from Knife Pleat, which is in Costa Mesa. So make sure to go to that beautiful French restaurant and check this out. This is delicious.
Yeah.
I know Carlos wants some
They
too.
are known for that strawberry tart. Ooh. Tell Chef Esnall we said hello, Chef Tony.
That crunch.
I will. They
The
say
crunchiness,
hello.
the juiciness.
They know you're wonderful. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Makes me want to go to a farmer's market.
More. Absolutely.
More.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that. Yes.
Don't have to ask for twice.
I will eat more for
Thank you, Coco. We're all living vicariously through you. So last hour we asked you, what do you do to optimize your health? And here's some of the options. Supplements, vitamins, need to be better about it. Prioritize mental health. Or diet, exercise, and most of you, okay, you go through the diet and the exercise. I don't see Ozempic there. All right, so Maureen from Huntington Beach, we love you. I do diet and exercise, spin 3 days a week. Yeah, girl. Walk 5 miles 2 to 3 times a week. Get it? Have to say, like my chocolate.
Us too.
You are us. Harold, Harold in San Bernardino, Bob.
Send us a picture,
He's
Harold.
a huge fan. He writes in every single day.
Okay, thank you, Harold.
Yeah, in order to eat right, exercise, and do better, everything starts with mental health. It's all in the mind. Agree with that. And Stephanie from Highland. I used to weigh 318 pounds through no sweet drinks and exercise. I'm now at 190 and 61 and still in the gym.
Go,
Get
Stephanie.
It, girl. Wow, Stephanie.
That's
very
awesome.
impressive. Very
See?
Yes.
It takes hard work and dedication, but it can be done.
It can be done. I love those viewer comments today. Keep them coming. And Harold, please send us a photo of yourself so we can give you a proper
Don't
shout
you feel
out.
like your whole life is diet and exercise?
Yeah. You know what's sad?
I say it every day, like I'm on a diet.
We look back, and even in high school, we were thinking about that
Yes.
at such a young age.
Yeah.
It's like in the brain.
I know.
Yeah, we're still not the healthiest
do-
state in the nation.
Right.
I used to do Slim Fast.
Oh, yeah, the shakes.
What about Ensure?
Yeah.
I do Ensure. The
Ensure?
I do the Ensure shakes.
Yeah.
Hey, they're pretty good.
They are pretty good. Slim Fast ones are good,
High
too.
caloric, right? I mean,
High caloric?
the Ensure drinks, shakes.
I don't look at it like that. I look at it for the protein.
The protein and the taste.
And the calcium.
That's
I'm
right.
calcium deficient.
There you go. Not
Add
anymore.
some iron to there.
That's right.
Right. Good morning to you as we talk about calcium, magnesium, iron, entertainment, and supplements. Sponsored by Yamaha Resort Casino. I love this. So the OC star Ben McKenzie, who, come on with me, millennials, who famously played Ryan Atwood on the series, and also James Gordon in Gotham, is now promoting his latest documentary, Everyone is Lying to You for Money. But it's this quote about investments that has the internet a swooning. Yeah, so Ben McKenzie says that his best investment
Is that him now?
in life, No.
That was it.
Oh. Is his wife investing in his relationship has given him the most return on that investment emotionally? And
I didn't know they were married.
Oh, yeah.
Miranda Baccarin?
They met, Miranda Baccarin. Yeah, in 2015, they met on the set of Gotham. They got married in 2017.
Oh.
He's talking about his wife and fellow Gotham co-star. They've been married for 9 years, and that is a happily married man when he says that the best investment he ever made was his wife. You know who's a happily married man in this studio? Saul, our stage manager. Happily married for how many years? How many years, Saul? How many years have you been married?
40 years in July.
40 years.
40 years in July.
Wow. And oh my God, how do you keep the magic
what's
going?
What's the secret?
What's the secret?
Respect.
Respect. And date nights. You go on date nights. Yeah.
Very sweet.
Okay. Yeah. And he says, you're going to think this is cheesy, but it's my relationship with my wife. That is what Ben McKenzie says. It's so hard in life to do it on your own. I'm just deeply grateful for meeting her and for her being brave enough, foolish enough to marry me. Best investment.
Do you know if they have kids?
I don't know. I believe they do.
Do they have children?
I believe.
He seems like a nice guy.
They do. If I'm not mistaken, yes, they do. Yeah. He is a nice guy. When I was in college in Long Beach, they were filming a scene in the OC, and I drove when they were shooting with my disposable camera.
Stalked.
I did a little bit with my butterfly clips, and I got a photo with Adam Brody and Ben McKenzie, and they were super nice.
Aww.
Yeah, super nice.
Yeah.
So we are very familiar with Colleen Hoover on this show, are we not?
Of course.
Now, you know about the MCU. That's the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know about the DCU. Okay. Do you know about the CHCU? It's the Colleen Hoover Cinematic Universe.
Oh.
And we're looking forward to her fourth one. Will lightning strike a fourth time for Colleen Hoover? Verity. Now, we're looking forward to Anne Hathaway in Devil Wears Prada 2, but let's not forget this upcoming film, Verity, based on the Colleen Hoover book.
There is no light where we're going. Darkness ahead.
So she's trading in the devil for some darkness. The film also starring Dakota Johnson and Josh Hartnett. Swoon, swoon, swoon. It's in theaters October 2nd. I love it. It's about deceit and an affair and an accident.
Whoa.
And a book.
Has a little bit of everything.
Money.
Wow.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
And they stay working. Anne Hathaway and Dakota Johnson.
Yeah.
Now, Josh
Anne
Hartnett,
Hathaway's got like 7 movies that she's coming out with this year.
Didn't Josh Hartnett like leave Hollywood for a little bit and then came back?
Like he's come back.
Yeah.
He was in the
He
M.
looks
Night
good.
Shyamalan movie a couple years ago.
You know, some would say that your husband looks a bit like Josh Hartnett.
Some would say.
Some would say, and some have said.
Some would say, some have said. If just Josh Hartnett shaved his head.
100%. Dead ringer.
Yeah, thank you.
That's right.
And if I do say so myself.
Dust it off.
Did I have a crush on Josh Hartnett growing up? Yeah, I did. I'll say it. All right, I'll say it. I did. There you go.
Yeah, look at that.
Yes.
Good for you.
But I think my husband's cuter.
Are you listening?
I hope he is. That was
better
for you,
be.
Boo. And I wore my ring today, remember?
Yeah. You get the comments if you don't.
I do.
Okay, so after all these years, the Philadelphia Museum of Art is starting to feel a little less snooty about the iconic Rocky Balboa statue. The bronze figure of Sylvester Stallone. I'm sure.
Adrian!
Yeah. Sits outside the museum, draws people from all over the world. But the museum has always had a rocky relationship with the statue, considering it a movie prop instead of fine art.
I mean, what is art?
It's subjective.
Yeah.
But now it's embracing Rocky's legacy by launching a new exhibit dubbed Rising Up. Rocky and the Making of Monuments.
Rising up.
When it was first placed on top of the steps as a movie prop, we didn't know that it was going to be there for a number of years. So the museum actually fought to have it removed, and then the statue, which belongs to the city, as does the East Plaza and the stairs in front of the museum, was moved to South Philadelphia and then eventually moved back to the bottom of the steps in 2006.
Hey, if you don't think that props are art, talk to all the prop collectors out there who are making a fortune, right?
That's right.
Props are art. Art is props.
That's right.
And props to art. The new exhibit opens to the public this weekend.
Have you ever seen the Rocky statue?
Oh, yeah.
You've seen
Not
it?
in person.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I have. And I went and got the Philly cheesesteak.
Okay, yeah.
And you got to say,
Did you wear your sweatsuit?
That's right. I ran up there, widow it out. You got to say, widow it out.
I just went to Philadelphia last year. I've been before, but as big as the greater Philadelphia area is a big city, like the city itself is kind of small.
It's smaller than people think.
Yeah.
Like after you eat your cheesesteak and like run up the steps of Rocky, and you're like, well, what do we do now? I saw the Liberty Bell.
Yeah.
Right.
That took like 15 minutes.
Brotherly love.
And then I saw George Washington's tent.
Oh.
There's a whole museum just for George Washington's tent.
Is that a full day for you?
That was it.
That was it.
Did you get widow it out?
Oh, the cheese sauce?
Cheese whiz.
The cheese whiz, yeah.
Yeah, wid.
I think.
Wid.
Yeah. But it's like they just pour it on like with a ladle.
Give me more.
Yeah, give me more. Mas queso.
A food-sniffing beagle at a U.S. airport just proved that she's very good at her job, and maybe also a little bit hungry. U.S. Customs and Border Protection released these pics of a beagle named Merla and the very unusual sash she uncovered recently. The dog sniffed out more than 100 pork and chicken sandwiches stuffed inside a passenger's luggage from Thailand.
Oh, Merla.
But also, what are you doing with that much chicken and pork stuffed in your bag?
I love her face.
So
She's
cute.
like, that face is like saying like, really, people?
Really? Yeah.
Really? Right?
And I can't eat any of it?
Many of these sandwiches were apparently from 7-Eleven.
Well, they're catering now. Maybe they were trying to cater an event. 7-Eleven is catering your wedding.
Uh-huh. They're revamping the inside of their stores, by the way. Is that it?
No, that's it. Good job, Merla.
Good job,
Great
Merla.
job, Merla.
Such an adorable looking face.
I know.
Oh. Well, good morning, everybody. Good Delay Traffic sponsored by the offices of Jacob and Ronnie. Call jacob.com. We do have this ongoing issue. If your drive takes you through Santa Ana, we've got some lanes blocked off due to a two-vehicle collision southbound side of the 5 right there at 17th Street. We're looking at speeds down to 11 miles per hour, so a little bit of a struggle. And we have a look at our real-time traffic. 50 minutes now. Downtown through Mid-City along that westbound stretch of the 10 at the 405. Give yourself 38 minutes northbound 110 from the 405 here going inbound. And a snapshot. This is going to be the 60 at Pyrite through Fontana. Both directions, looking smooth. There, too, at Van Buren along the 91. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
So I do hot yoga every day. After the accident, my lower back was so stiff I couldn't move, and I called Jacob. They treated me like a king. I did not have to deal with anything. If you're in an accident, call Jacob. Call Jacob.
Welcome back to Good Day LA. Woohoo! The LA County Fair is back, celebrating its 104th anniversary. The fair kicks off May 7th and runs through the 31st. It's time for corn dogs and cotton candy. Don't forget those carnival rides and our furry four-legged barnyard friends. All that and more at the country's largest county fair and the best entertainment in Southern California. For more details and tickets, go to lacountyfair.com. And speaking of tickets, Good Day LA wants to hook you up with 4 tickets to the LA County Fair and tickets to see Brad Paisley at the fair on Saturday, May 16th, plus a $50 food voucher. Ooh, enter for a chance to win on our website, foxla.com/contest, or scan that QR code right there on the screen. One winner will be selected tomorrow. Good luck. Now let's send it on over to Maria for a check on the forecast.
Yeah, let's talk about our forecast today. Actually, kind of a very nice day, nice spring day with just a few clouds, but mostly sunny. We're watching this area of low pressure here that could bring us some extra cloud cover tomorrow into Thursday, and maybe a sprinkle or two over the mountains and foothills. This ridge of high pressure will keep us pretty well protected from that system. By the way, this weather is sponsored by the law offices of Larry H. Parker. If you're headed to the beach, 2 to 4 feet, Ventura County, LA beaches, 1 to 3 feet, Orange County to San Diego. Here's our 7-day forecast. 68 at the coast, warming up to around 69 on Thursday. I'm leaving the 10% chance in there for some sprinkles. I don't think you'll need the umbrella. We'll get to those 70s over the weekend. Downtown LA, 73 for downtown LA. Looking at 79 on Friday to Saturday, 81 degrees. And as we take a look at our valleys, Inland Empire, what a nice, comfortable day today, 76. It will get to those 80s, though, as we get to Friday and Saturday, the warmest of the week. And as we go to the mountains, 58 degrees. That's where I think there might be some sprinkles as we get into Thursday. High desert areas, a high of 74 degrees. Today, warming up to the mid-upper 80s by Saturday. Now towards the Coachella Valley. Maybe you're headed to Stagecoach number 2 weekend, right? We're looking at temperatures pretty hot, actually, in the upper 90s by Saturday. All right, there's my weather for now. Amanda, I'll send it back to you.
Maria. Thank you. Maria, this is one of the most gorgeous looking spreads I done ever seen. For nearly 40 years, Zov's restaurant has defined Mediterranean cuisine in Orange County. Zov Karamardian and her husband Gary opened their first location in 1987, and 3 generations later, Zov's remains a family-run business dedicated to blending Eastern Mediterranean and contemporary California cuisine. And today we celebrate the opening of their 4th location in San Clemente. And joining me are Zov's son and granddaughter, who both play roles in the restaurant's continued success. So welcome to Good Day LA, Armin and Morgan. Nice to see you. Any chance I can use it, I love it. Thank you so much for coming. Happy Armenian Heritage Month.
Thank you.
This is a gorgeous, it almost looks too pretty to eat, a gorgeous spread.
Don't be bashful.
I'm going to dive right in there. But tell me, first I want to find out how your heritage plays such a huge part in the menu.
Well, my parents immigrated in the late 50s. So my mom and dad came in 1958 and 59 respectively. And made a life here in the United States. My sister and I born here in this country, and just proud of our heritage, the grit, determination our parents, grandparents, and our family has shown, and a testament that we started a little business.
Yes, and you know, I always love when April comes around because we get these beautiful spreads and we get the beautiful traditions that go with them as well. So food and tradition go hand in hand, right?
They do.
And tell me why you wanted to continue the family's traditions with the family business.
Well, this is the food we grew up with. So as you see, the meze, the tomato cucumber salad, all of the baba ganoush, the lamb, the kebab, this is our food. And now this food is mainstream. You know, the Mediterranean diet, the health benefits, the flavors, the fresh ingredients. This is what our guests are looking for. But we've been doing it for almost 40 years.
That's right. Zov on the stove.
Zov on the stove.
Zov on the stove. And you brought some of the favorites with you today.
We did.
Can we just talk about some of the hot sellers right here in the front?
So my favorite is going to be our new baklava French toast. It has ashta cream on top with kadayif and honey walnuts. It's one of my favorites.
Did you bring to-go boxes with you?
We were
We did. We planned ahead. Yes, we did.
I love this so much. And these cookies with the little Hershey kiss in them.
So that's going to be your peanut butter kiss.
Oh.
Yes.
You know, okay, the peanut butter kiss, I think that's a good way to
go for it. Go for it. You can't go wrong.
Okay, I love this so much. Go on, tell me more.
So we have our lamb chops here. So our version of it at the restaurant has a pomegranate, garlic, demi-glace on it. And then, of course, our Tustin restaurant with all the baked goods like Morgan had shared. We do brunch. So this is a salmon toast here with lebni. So we use lebni on it rather than a cream cheese, or a flavored lebni. And we also have, Morgan, talk a little bit about the champagne experience.
So right over here, we have our mimosa experience. It's going to be our Zove's private label brew, and we also provide fresh juices, and it's very fun.
And you're continuing the family business, 4 locations.
Yes.
Congratulations. Tell me about the decision to do that.
You know what? I always knew I'd always want to end up here. My family's passion really inspired me, and I saw how much heart went into everything with the food, the hospitality, and you know, I couldn't see myself anywhere else.
We did everything we could to talk her out of it. The restaurant business is tough.
Wow.
She really wanted to be a part of it.
That's great.
And today celebrates the opening. Literally today at 11 o'clock, we open our San Clemente location.
Apres.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
No, we're very excited.
I'm very excited for you. You know, 4 locations, family, food, fun, and 4. That's the theme
I love it.
for
There we
today.
go. We're doing that today.
We're doing that today. Go visit Zove's in person or online at zoves.com. Merci. Thank you so much, Armin and Morgan. We'll be right back. She did teach me how to say the longer thank you. Like,
Good morning. Welcome to 9 a.m. I'm Roxy Carpadian.
And I'm Sandra Enda. Thanks for joining us. We do have breaking news at this hour. A woman is pleading for your help to help her find her husband who disappeared from a hotel near LAX Sunday night.
So the missing man is a Navy veteran dealing with dementia. Gigi Gracia joining us in Westchester with the emotional reaction from the family. Gigi.
That's right. It's been over 36 hours now since anyone has seen 68-year-old Thomas Murrell, that Navy veteran, a man who served our country and now needs our help. Take a look. This is Murrell. He lives in Atlanta, Georgia. He's here with his family because they were supposed to catch a cruise yesterday. But on Sunday, he disappeared, wandering away from his hotel, the Airport Sheraton on the corner of Century and Avion, sometime after 8:30. Hotel cameras catching him heading east on Century at about 8:40. And again, there's been no sign of him since. His family is desperate to find him, and so are police officers. LAPD Pacific Station has a dedicated patrol unit searching the city for him, and they're notifying police stations around Los Angeles because at this point, he could be anywhere.
It's hard. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I just want him home. I just want him home. He really is a good guy. And I just hope nobody's harmed him or anything. He's been in the cold with a short sleeve shirt on. He has no jacket, no ID. I have everything upstairs. He might have had a couple dollars in his pocket, no more than $15, and that's all he had on him.
Your husband served our country. He's a Navy veteran, and he has memories of Long Beach because that's where he was stationed at one point.
Yes.
He loved Long Beach. That shipyard is no longer there, I understand, but that could be a place that he would try to get to.
And that's what we were thinking. He always talks about his Navy, and I talked to one of his buddies that were in the Navy with him, and he's like, you know, Long Beach is no longer there. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe he tried to get there because he realized he was in L.A., but that's dear to his memory, you know, serving in the military. And, yeah, he very well could have tried to get to Long Beach.
Now, Mr. Murrell has about $15 cash had $15 cash on him, no ID, no cell phone. This is the first time he's actually walked away. The family realizing now that his dementia is getting worse. Now, Mr. Murrell, just shortly before he disappeared, had gone to buy his favorite bag of potato chips, sour cream and cheddar, his wife shared. But at the hotel, they were all out of those chips. So the family wonders, could he have left looking for a place to buy potato chips? And we mentioned this because when someone is missing and someone with dementia, you never know what it is that's going to trigger them or what memory they may have. Now, I've got some breaking news. Since our story aired, people are calling in tips. There have been a few tips called in. Police telling me right now they are actively searching one area where Mr. Murrell may have been spotted. And just a short while ago, and I also want to mention a Fox 11 viewer, a gentleman stopped here at our camera. He saw our story this morning, and he took it on himself to search for Mr. Murrell. He's actually driving all of Century, so I want to send a shout out to Yarashalam. Yarashalam had a great aunt that had dementia. He knows the toll that it takes on a family. He was literally in tears when he met with us because his story just touched his heart, a Navy veteran, now missing on the streets of Los Angeles. So he's taken it upon himself to just search, and he knows that if he spots him, he'll call 911 right away. Please keep an eye out for Mr. Murrell. His family is absolutely and understandably devastated. Reporting live near LAX, I'm Gigi Gracia.
Wow, certainly sounds like he does have memories in this area. So yeah, you're right. Who knows what triggered what, and we're just hoping for a safe return. Keeping our fingers crossed there. Thank you so much, Gigi.
We have great viewers, and when we give you a call to action, I think our viewers do. So I'm sure you took a picture of the picture. I shared it on my social media, so maybe if we can get the word out, like somebody will recognize him wherever he may be, because he could be just about anywhere at this point. So hopefully we can all do our part and maybe find him really sooner than later, yeah? Okay, let's talk about our weather right now. Good thing. We've got some dry conditions outside. We have a few clouds. That's about it. No rain-producing clouds. That's the good news. Temperatures are going to warm up a little bit today than where we were yesterday, so we'll be close to average today, back into the 70s. It's currently 61 in downtown, 58 in Burbank, 59 in Pasadena, 57 in Ontario. It's 42 in Big Bear to that 69 in Palm Springs, and it will warm up out towards the low desert, back into the mid-80s today. 74 in the high desert areas, some breezes, but no wind advisory. 58 up into the mountains eventually in Big Bear, a lot of sunshine, and downtown LA 73. 76 for the valleys and the Inland Empire, which is very comfortable. It's perfect spring weather. 68 along our coastline. I'll show you the 7-day forecast. We're going to talk about the next opportunity for rain in just a few moments. Back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. A fire broke out this morning at a Koreatown apartment complex, causing part of the roof to collapse. It happened at this two-story building on James M. Wood Boulevard. Heavy smoke was pouring from the attic there, but firefighters quickly went into action. All residents were safely evacuated and no injuries have been reported. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. The Torrance man accused of storming the White House Correspondents' Dinner made his first court appearance.
Yeah, 31-year-old Cole Allen is in federal custody this morning, and Brooke is here with the latest. So much to talk about with this case. With the charges, quite serious, obviously. How much time is he facing?
Yeah, he's facing a life sentence on one of the charges alone. Thing is, there are 3 counts. So that biggest charge is attempting to assassinate the President of the United States. Allen is also charged with transporting a firearm across state lines and discharging a firearm during a crime of violence.
Wow. Okay. As far as the evidence and you know how they're looking at the travel history, the hotel stay, all of these things seem to be so planned in detail.
No, yeah, prosecutors say they believe they have a very solid case. I believe that's the exact quote. With physical, digital evidence of planning and intent, they say not only is this man accused of charging through a security checkpoint at the hotel that night with 2 guns and 3 knives on him, but there's also what the feds are calling his manifesto, where they say he outlines his reasons for the attack. They tell us Allen emailed that to his family some 10 minutes before this all went down.
And it was a very lengthy manifesto, right? Pretty detailed in terms of kind of his intentions, who he was targeting, who he wasn't targeting. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that manifesto. The AP is actually reporting Allen's brother called police in Connecticut right after he got that email. The police there then called federal officials. He allegedly wrote that he planned to take out as many high-ranking administration officials as possible, starting at the top, and apologize to family members and any strangers who got caught in the middle of this. Obviously, there are also many questions and concerns regarding security. A Secret Service member was shot, and, you know, many people on the Hill talking about this, reacting to this. I just thought this was striking. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says that she never feels safe.
Always a target there, obviously, because tensions are high politically.
One of the things he pointed out in his manifesto, I believe, was talking about security and lack of security he felt in this venue. Right? So it's interesting that there's that statement regarding safety.
Yeah, there's so much in this. First of all, you're just questioning, you know, if what authorities have told us, if that's, you know, obviously this is going to be tried. These are allegations. But according to what authorities say, you know, yeah, you're not surprised that there are many questions about security of some place that the President of the United States was so easily accessible to other people, and that's just been the norm.
Especially if it's a hotel and people are staying there, right?
Because we know he checked in the night before, right? Possibly kind of surveilled the
That's what prosecutors say.
Yeah.
One thing that did also stand out to me in the manifesto was that he names like certain people, but then kind of excludes certain people. That was interesting.
Yeah, that part is interesting. There's also in there him apologizing to his family and friends, apologizing to any strangers who might have gotten caught up in this. Again, this is all according to prosecutors. They are saying this is his manifesto where he just absolutely laid out his intent.
Everything.
All right, we'll stay on top of that story for sure, Brooke. Thank you.
Thank you.
A royal welcome for King Charles III and Queen Camilla at the White House today.
Yeah, they are kicking off a packed day of events as part of their official state visit. Rebecca Castor joining us from Washington. Good morning.
Good morning, Araxia and Sandra. A really exciting day here. The hope is that this visit from the King and Queen will emphasize the special relationship between the two nations over the last 250 years, as well as ease some recent rising tensions.
An official state welcome for King Charles III and Queen Camilla at the White House.
Americans have had no closer friends than the British. Together, our warriors have defended the same extraordinary civilization under twin banners of red, white, and blue.
The visit comes at a crucial time, with the two longtime allies at odds over President Trump's tariffs, the war with Iran, and Trump's increasing desire to break away from NATO.
We should not be honouring the warmonger-in-chief with a state visit and a state banquet when he has lit the global economy on fire with a stick of dynamite by bombing Iran.
Following his time at the White House, King Charles will make his way over to Capitol Hill, where he'll address a joint meeting of Congress. He'll become only the second British monarch to do so, following in the footsteps of his mother, Queen Elizabeth, back in 1991. The king is expected to highlight the country's shared democratic values and commemorate the 250th anniversary of U.S. independence over Britain.
The fact that the king was invited to come celebrate our independence from his country just shows how tight these binds are and how long and storied this friendship is.
Lawmakers here on Capitol Hill are looking forward to the king's speech later this afternoon. And President Trump even said that he would have loved to have been in the room for it, but he was told it wasn't proper protocol. Sandra and Araxia, back to you.
Interesting. We heard the president speak with the king right next to him, but then we didn't hear the king speak. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see for his comments.
But I will say one thing that caught our eye was, of course, fashion, because, you know, it does. And I have to say, you look lovely. I like the new hairstyle.
Oh. Oh, thank you very much. I thought that this looks like a very British blazer as well today, so it's getting in on the fun.
It is perfect. You go right along with the theme. Thank you so much, Rebecca.
Thanks.
All right, Maria.
Yes, good morning. Let's talk about a little traffic, shall we? This Good Day LA traffic is brought to you by DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. We're going to zoom in here and talk about this crash on the 5 freeway. This is a collision on the South 5 at 17th Street. They've really cleaned it up over just the last 10 minutes. And so it has, well, the speed has increased to about 22 miles an hour. So things are improving as we speak. They should have that cleared out within the next 10 minutes or so on that 5 freeway southbound at 17th. Here are the drive times in and out of downtown LA. On that West 10 going towards Santa Monica between the 5 to the 405, 42 minutes. That's kind of slow for this hour. North 110 between the 405 to the 10, not too bad, 33 minutes. And it is still pretty slow on the West 60 between the 57 to the 5, 43 minutes there. Here's a look at some of the other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DTLA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
little TV history on this day in history in 2018. 2018, The Simpsons became the longest-running scripted primetime show in American history. We're talking 636 episodes, surpassing Gunsmoke. That number has grown, of course, to over 800 episodes. The Simpsons, widely regarded as one of the most influential comedies ever. And, of course, Homer's iconic catchphrase, "Dole," has probably been said millions of times by frustrated people everywhere.
Oh, homie.
Okay. It's all good. I will just say there's one problem I have with The Simpsons. It has nothing to do with the show. It's Krusty the Clown ride at Universal. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm getting older or what. I felt like I was going to die.
Get a little dizzy.
A lot of spinning, a lot of jerking, a lot of just,
I do think it's because our equilibrium is not what it used to be. We're older.
The kids love it.
Yeah, the kids love it. Yeah. Totally. That is tried and true.
This time around, I sent them by themselves. I'm like, see you guys.
See ya.
By the exit.
Yeah. Wait for you there. Oh, homie. Okay, well, entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. Sandra, you are going to love this story, baby. You got to believe. The show that everyone said was donezo after season 3 is back on the field. Yes, that's right. It's coming back. And we've got our first look at season 4 of Ted Lasso.
FYI, the ETA is ASAP. PP. As soon as possible, pretty please.
Welcome back, Coach.
Thank you, sir.
Too bad you're coaching a bunch of girls, you wanker.
From the looks of the clips, most of the original cast is back. Thank you, Hannah Waddingham. But the team has changed because Lasso is now coaching a women's team.
Nice.
Yeah, season 4 of Ted Lasso premieres on Apple TV, August 5th. I'm saying you're apricot. Apricot.
April's on your mind.
April's on my mind. A women's soccer team. Sandra Endo, could we get thee to watch because of this?
Maybe.
New narrative.
Yeah, and the colors are Barcelona, so even better.
It's Barcelona.
Oh, that's
Thank you.
In España.
That's right.
You could watch it with your daughter.
Yeah.
Is it kid appropriate?
It's not bad. Yeah, it's okay.
There was some love scenes, right?
We'll just fast forward.
Close your eyes.
Blindfold, exactly. Ladies, it's fair season.
Oh.
Give me some funnel cakes and some Ferris wheels. It is, I know.
Wow.
It's right around the corner. That's what we got for today's hookup. Good Day LA wants to hook you up with 4 tickets to the LA County Fair and tickets to see Brad Paisley at the fair on Saturday, May 16th, plus $50 for a food voucher. You can enter for a chance to win on our website at foxla.com/contest or scan that QR code right there on the screen. One winner will be selected tomorrow. Good luck to everybody. We'll be right back.
welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. Good Day LA weather is sponsored by Pechanga Resort Casino. What a beautiful shot. Check this out. Redondo Beach Pier here. We've got some sunshine. What a great day to be walking out there on the sand. Lucky you if you are off today, enjoying a little vitamin D. You know, we have a bit of an offshore flow. It's not strong, but a very, very light breeze coming out of the northeast. That is what's helping to clear out the cloud cover. So there's a few clouds left over down towards Orange County, but it is clearing out to mostly sunny skies. And then we're watching this area of low pressure right here to our southwest. I do think it's not going to really bother us too much. We've got a weak ridge of high pressure up to our north. It's going to just keep that low pressure system down to the south and at bay. It may send some cloud cover our way tomorrow, deep enough to give us some light sprinkles over the mountains and foothills, but I'm talking like 1 or 2 sprinkles, so no need to worry about it. It's going to be even warmer Friday and Saturday as that high really builds in. And then next week, we're going to watch for a stronger system coming in from the Pacific, and that could bring us some rain next week, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll keep you posted as we get closer. In the meantime, today it'll be dry. It'll be sunny and beautiful. 69 in Inglewood today for that high temperature, 87 in Indio, 78 in Las Vegas. Here's your breakdown and day planner for Ontario. We've got a few patchy clouds. It'll get to around 74 later this afternoon at 4 p.m. Thousand Oaks out in Ventura County, lots of sunshine, but temperatures really comfortable and actually on the cooler side in the upper 60s to near 70 degrees. But if you're out and about in the sunshine, maybe going for a run or a brisk walk, it'll feel good. Big Bear, 55 degrees later this afternoon. And lastly, Palm Springs, if you're headed there, around 84 at 4 p.m. I'll send it back to you, too.
Maria, thank you. Adidas is launching World Cup jerseys for pets. Starting May 1st, soccer fans can buy jerseys for their dogs and other pets inspired by the home jerseys of Mexico, Colombia, Argentina, and Japan. These pet-friendly jerseys feature official crests and logos, blending team pride with comfort. They'll be sold online in select stores across North America, Latin America, and Asia. The jerseys will go for $35 each, so not bad.
Wow.
They're very cute.
That's cute. Yeah. All right. If you want to run like a world record holder, you'd better have some very fast fingers and a very deep wallet. Let me explain. So Kenyan runner Sebastian Sewe, the first ever sub 2-hour marathon Sunday in London, he added his Adidas shoes, that is, he wore. These are the ones. Went on pre-sale Monday, and they promptly sold out in just a matter of minutes. They are the first race legal shoes to weigh under 100 grams, okay? Wow. Essentially like strapping a couple of feathers to your feet. You just fly. That's the idea. While they retail for $500, some pairs are already hitting, of course, resale market for as much as $5,500. Adidas says a wider release is coming this fall. They actually look really comfortable, don't they?
Looks cushiony.
Like very cushiony. So it's
but very
interesting,
light.
right? It's interesting to hear that they feel like feathers.
Yeah, very
on your
light.
feet.
So you can do quick stepping.
I hate to break it to you guys, even if you get those shoes, you're not going to run like Sebastian.
Right.
The results will be a little different.
That's
but,
right.
You know.
You could dream. All right, one of America's most decorated track and field Olympians is looking to make one more run at glory. I love this. Allison Felix telling Time magazine she is planning to unretire and compete to run in the 2028 Summer Games right here in Los Angeles. As you know, LA is her hometown, and she told Time magazine the chance to run for her country in LA would be, quote, a once-in-a-lifetime homecoming. If she were to make Team USA, she would become the first American sprinter to run in the Olympics in their 40s. She'll be 42 during the Summer Games in 2028.
She's amazing.
She can do it, no doubt. Oh my gosh.
I'm just like so distracted by all those abs there. Wow,
the
amazing
0% body
shape.
fat, right, on all of them.
She's
unreal.
She needs to come back in. It's been a while.
She's great.
Yeah, she is. We'll take a break and we'll come back. Welcome, welcome. April is almost over, guys. Can you believe it?
That's right. May 1st on Friday already.
Wow.
Yeah. Halfway through almost the year.
That is exciting. You know what else is exciting? We're waiting right now because 3 sea lion pups are going to get a second chance at life. We're going to wait for them to be released back into the ocean.
They're so cute.
They are. And when that happens, we will show it to you.
Yeah, they're Venice Beach. Yeah.
Yes.
And the weather is, of course, so pretty.
It is
it's
very
perfect
pretty.
for doing such a thing. If you've got the day off, I recommend maybe going out for a nice walk, get a little bit of those negative ions from the sea spray in the ocean, and that will definitely energize you. We've got a warming trend as we get to the weekend. Cool morning temperature still exists here as we get going, though. It's going to warm up, and we'll be back to those 70s this afternoon. The clouds will increase a little bit tomorrow and Thursday. Just got to give you that 10% chance for some sprinkles, mainly over the mountains and foothills, I would say on Thursday, but then by Friday and Saturday, we'll be back up to the 70s and 80s. It's actually going to stay pretty warm through the week, and it's just a 10% chance. I feel bad even mentioning it because you're probably going to be walking around going, what is she talking about? It's so pretty. But there is just that 10% chance as that low pressure to our south gets close. Right now, it's 62 degrees in downtown LA, variable winds. The month of April, as we were just talking about in the desk, it's almost over. We've got 3 more full days left of the month, and then we will start May on Friday. And as we take a look at today's high temperature, 73. We may add a gray box, maybe a red box if we end up being warmer than this because of all the sunshine. Our sun will set at 7:35 as you plan ahead to later this evening. These are the highs we're expecting today. Nice and warm in Palm Springs, 85, but not bad. 77 for Corona and Riverside, 73 in Burbank and Pasadena. Look at the Valley, Woodland Hills, 76 degrees today. That's perfect spring weather. 75 in Santa Cruz and a little cooler up in Fraser Park with that 58 degrees, very similar to Big Bear. I'll show you that 70 forecast coming up just a few moments. Back to you.
All right, Marie, thank you. So you want to ease up on the gas pedal this morning?
Yeah, right now the Highway Patrol is conducting a 24-hour statewide crackdown on speeders. Let's go to Mario standing by in West LA with all the details. Hi, Mario.
Hi, Roxy and Sandra. The California Highway Patrol citing thousands of crashes and hundreds of deaths each year connected to speeding. And we've already seen them out in full force here along the 405 in the Brentwood area. If you get pulled over for speeding today, they'll hit you with more than just a warning. CHP turning up enforcement across the state with a 24-hour maximum enforcement period that started at 6 o'clock this morning. So this special crackdown runs through tomorrow morning. Extra officers patrolling freeways, looking for drivers who are pushing the limit. CHP says that speeding continues to be a leading factor in serious and fatal crashes statewide. And we just heard from one driver who tells us they noticed a much heavier presence on the freeway during their morning commute, counting more than 10 patrol vehicles on just one side of the road. They also reported seeing several drivers pulled over in both directions, a sign that officers appear to be taking this 24-hour speed enforcement very seriously. AAA, meanwhile, says drivers, they simply can't afford the high cost of a speeding ticket right now.
Today's gas price average in California, $5.96. So we know that people are still feeling the pain at the pump, and we're all looking for a little bit of relief. The last thing anyone wants, a speeding ticket. That's because we know that that ticket can cost hundreds of dollars and much more when you factor in the possibility of insurance increases.
And these numbers show just how big the problem is. Just last year alone, officers issued 491,000 speeding citations. Data also showing speeding was linked to more than 110,000 crashes, and those collisions led to more than 400 speeding-related deaths and more than 68,000 people being injured. Now, AAA actually ranks California among the worst states when it comes to speed-related crashes on freeways. That maximum enforcement period wraps up tomorrow at 6 a.m. For now, live here along the 405 in the West LA area. We'll send it back to you, Sandra and Roxy.
All right, Mario. Thank you. A scammer is trying to rip off Newport Beach pet owners. Police say beware of a scammer who claims to be with Newport Beach Animal Control and tells pet owners that their dog or cat has been hit by a car. The scammer then demands money to have the insured pet treated by a veterinarian, and police say the PD and Animal Control would never contact you by phone or request money. Police say never divulge any personal or financial information to the caller and to simply hang up on the scammer.
All right, last hour we asked you this: what do you do to optimize health? And let's take a look. Here are the results. Diet, exercise, 56% of you, and then comes prioritizing mental health. That's a big one. Then we're split on vitamins, supplements, and need to do better, don't we all?
How about sleep?
That's not there, but maybe
Sleep
you just
is
need
good.
to do better. We do have a comment from Justin in LA. Gym 5 days a week. At 8 to 10K steps a day. Wow, good job.
Great.
Water. That's a tough one. 49 and feeling fine. Good for you,
Nice.
Justin. Ooh, and now it is time. The moment we've been waiting for, taking you live to Venice right now, where those 3 sea lion pups are getting a second chance at life. Happening in Venice, this is at the fishing pier, where these young sea lions are being released back into the ocean. Obviously, in a moment, that will happen. They've been in rehabilitation for several weeks now. They were rescued from Marina del Rey and Redondo Beach and cared for by the Marine Mammal Care Center in Los Angeles, which, by the way, is the only facility of its kind here in LA and rescues more marine mammals per mile of coastline than any other organization in the United States. Didn't know that. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
And the rescued sea lions are all males. I love their names.
Yeah, they named them funny, huh?
Mogul, Bronze, Missouri. That's great. I love that. You see, there's people gathered. They want to capture that moment, get their pictures and videos.
Yeah, this was a big concern because all along the coast you saw a lot of sea lions kind of look disoriented, sick in the water. A lot of surfers, swimmers reporting that, and you don't want to approach any aggressive or sick type of sea lion. So they called the Marine Mammal Center. A lot of times these sea lions do get that way because of the domoic acid that builds up in the ocean, and then they get disoriented and kind of, you know, ingest all this contaminated water and the bacteria that forms. So now they're well cared for. This is always a fun moment. Usually I think they line up the 3 crates together before opening it, so let's see what they do.
I thought they were all in one crate.
No, usually from when I've covered them, they're in separate crates, and they line them up and then open up the doors. They all kind of run down the water together, run down the sand. So let's see.
Okay. Well, it looks like it's going to take a minute to get organized. So while they do that, Coco is waiting for us. So let's go to her. She's hanging out with strawberries.
Yeah, you're celebrating the season, right, Coco?
Hey there, it is strawberry season, and the perfect place to be for strawberry season is the Ecology Center in San Juan Capistrano. I just want to show you so you can see how beautiful and red and perfect these strawberries are. I mean, they're just so beautiful. They taste delicious too. I'm here with Evan Marks now, who is the founder. And so, Evan, first start by telling us an estimate of how many strawberries you have, and there are different varieties, you said?
Yeah, there's quite a bit of diversity in the strawberry world. We grow about 8 varieties this year, and we have about 100,000 plants, so that's about 3.5 acres of regenerative organic certified strawberries, so extra special.
Yes, and talk about why that's extra special too.
Well, we put a lot of love into what we do here, which is that we care a lot about this beautiful planet Earth, and so we want to grow food that honors that spirit, and then we care a lot about our farmers and the community and the children that come to pick the strawberries. So it's that simple.
And bouncing off of that, what is it like too during You Pick on the weekends when people come out here?
What's it like? I think you can picture small children with strawberries all over their face. So it was a lot of joy.
I love love that. And talk about what it means to be regenerative organic.
Yeah, regenerative organic is a new terminology for an old ethos, which is we care for the earth, we care for the people, and we share the surplus. And so regenerative organic certification is very new, and we're one of the few farms growing vegetables and fruits in California with this distinction.
Yes, and because of that, you can eat the strawberries right off the vine, right?
Oh, yeah. You can eat a lot of them. You can eat everything off the vine because as you look around, it's one healthy ecosystem. Right, and so we are nature, and agriculture is an important part of how we build relationship to nature. So we like to say we're putting the culture back in the agriculture.
Oh my gosh, I love that. The culture back in the agriculture. Evan, thank you so much for talking to us. What an important message. If you have not been to the Ecology Center here in San Juan Capistrano, you are missing out. It is just so beautiful. I mean, the people are wonderful too, but to be surrounded by all of this nature really does fill your spirit. And I'm telling you, the strawberries are delicious. So if you want to come to UPIC, it is open Friday through Sunday at 9 to 1. I'll send it back to you while I eat this delicious strawberry.
Strawberries are one of those things that when you see them, it makes you smile, right? Like sunflowers. There's something about them. Very nice.
Yeah, they do make you smile, especially when there's this red and bright.
The perfect strawberry.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
All right. Oh, perfect timing, Coco. Thank you. Now we take you back to Venice, where you see the 3 sea lion pups being released back into their habitat, into the ocean. We had Mogul, Missouri, and what was the third name?
Bronze.
Bronze.
There they go. They're so happy, making a splash. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, that's so great.
So cute. I'm glad they're better. Oh, they're kind of waving. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Adios. Oh, and there they are. All right, the Anaheim Ducks may just do it. This is so exciting. The team is just 1 win away from advancing to the NHL playoffs. Another step closer to the Stanley Cup Finals. So Game 5 against the Edmonton Oilers is on Fox 11 Plus at 7 o'clock tonight. If the Ducks win, they advance to the Western Cup semifinals. The Ducks lead this series at 3-1. Let's go Ducks.
Let's do it. Okay, and for the first time ever, the U.S. Women's Open will be played at the Riviera Country Club in Pacific Palisades. That's coming up in June.
Mark Rogandino talked with champions past and present about playing at this historic course.
Some of the best women's golfers in the world set to descend here on Hogan's Alley here at Riviera Country Club for the 81st Women's U.S. Open of Golf. And one of the big questions might be, how is this going to play any different than, say, when the Genesis Open comes here on the men's side? Well, you're going to hear a lot of different opinions. Let's start with Hall of Famer on the LPGA, Amy Alcott.
I'm absolutely thrilled. You know, when I was on the tour full time, I dreamed of having a U.S. Women's Open here. It's wonderful to see it come to fruition. I have so much history here.
I'm not really set on the type of grass and all that stuff, so I'm trying to, you know, we played in LA just a couple of weeks ago, so I think that I'm pretty used to new stuff right now.
You know, the women can handle a lot more than I think people realize because they're unfamiliar with how good these players are.
Reporting from Riviera Country Club here in Pacific Palisades, Mark Rogandino, Fox 11.
It is a historic course, so beautiful, right in our backyard. All right, Long Beach Airport is getting a major upgrade ahead of the 2028 Olympic Games. Officials broke ground on a $37 million project to modernize the terminal and improve the passenger experience. Plans include upgraded gate areas, more seating and charging stations, new garden spaces, and improved lighting and signage. More than $24 million in federal funding is backing the project, which is expected to create nearly 200 local construction jobs, and it's all going to be completed before the Games.
An air taxi with California roots takes its first test flight in New York City. Let's show you the Santa Cruz base. Look at this, Sandra. Joby Aviation,
oh my goodness,
brought its eVTOL aircraft to New York City for a trip from JFK Airport to Queens to Manhattan.
Ooh.
The flight took about 10 minutes compared to an hour or more on the ground. These air taxis can seat 4 people. The company says right now it's focused on making sure these flights are safe for all. Wow.
Yes, please focus on that. Because I don't think I would ride in one of those just yet.
It looks like the Jetsons, doesn't it?
I know. know, like a big old helicopter.
It looks like a amusement park ride.
Right. Not like real life.
Uh-huh.
Oh my
God. So
gosh.
wild.
Yikes.
Yeah, let's focus on the safety first.
Yeah. All right, a farm owner in Vermont was literally counting sheep after one of its pregnant ewes delivered a big surprise. I'll let her describe it.
I got there, she'd had one and was delivering the second already. Numbers 3 and 4 were literally like the same push. And then I thought we were done. And then after about 10 more minutes, she lay down again. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think she's gonna have another one. And sure enough, like a couple minutes after that, she had number 5. She lay down again. I was like, it's a little early for her to be delivering the placenta, but she had number 6. They're so sweet. It's like therapy, just like sitting out here and spending time with them.
Wow, a recent checkup had indicated there would be only twins, not 6 of them.
Surprise!
Yeah, the farmer says the newborns are all doing great though, frolicking all day long and laying in a big heap together at night. How cute are they?
They look like not real, like too perfect in that one picture.
Little stuffed animals. Aww.
Let's talk about our weather today because it's shaping up to be a gorgeous Tuesday, a really pretty spring day with mostly sunny skies. There's a weak ridge of high pressure that's going to keep this storm system, according to the models. It's going to move a little bit closer to us by late tomorrow into Thursday. I think it'll spread some clouds our way, but I don't think it will see any major impacts. There might be some light sprinkles over the mountains and foothills, but it's really going to be next week that we are going to be anticipating a system that's going to be a little bit more punchy. frosty, if you will, and it's going to bring us some widespread showers, it looks like. Light to moderate rainfall here across SoCal, maybe even some snow up at the high tip tops of our mountains. Lots of snow for the Sierra Nevada again next week, as you can see there, with the rain also moving into Northern California. This is good. This is all good news. It really does help to mitigate fire danger. So hopefully that will come to fruition. In the meantime, today, sunny on the sand, 64 to 68 degrees. Those surf heights 2 to 4 feet, Ventura County, LA beaches. A little smaller, 1 to 3 plus for Orange County and San Diego. And on average, a high in the upper 60s today. Warming up a few degrees, maybe a couple by Thursday. There's that 10% chance for some sprinkles. I got to add it in there, but I don't think we'll get any at all. 73 for downtown LA, warming up to near 80 by Friday. Saturday, 81. And then we'll start to cool off by Sunday into early next week, ahead of that more stronger storm that we're watching. 76 for the valleys and the Inland Empire. So comfortable out towards our San Fernando Valley area. Mid-80s by Friday and Saturday. The mountains, 58 degrees up in Big Bear. A lot of sunshine, warming up to 70 this Saturday. It's going to be a beautiful weekend up there. 74 in the high desert in the Antelope Valley, for instance. 84 to 86 on Saturday. For the first day of May on Saturday, it looks like it's going to be a pretty warm one. 85 in the low desert. Actually, Friday is the first day of May. I'm corrected on that. 97 on Saturday in Palm Springs. So if you're headed to Stagecoach number 2, be ready for the heat. I'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Maria. So if you're feeling stressed or uncertain, you are not alone. Our network is helping people reset, let go of things they cannot control, and basically just trust the universe.
Oh boy, it's a big one. And now she's bringing that message to LA. Spiritual leader and New York Times best-selling author Gabrielle Bernstein is here ahead of her Time to Trust tour stop at the Wiltern. Welcome.
So good to be with you, ladies.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
We're excited to have you enjoy the LA weather while you're here.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, right?
Thank you for that.
So this is a big one, though. You're telling people to kind of let go of control.
Yeah.
But that's hard for a lot of people. I stay up at night thinking about things I can't control, even though I want to, but I can't. But
we're control
just can't
freaks.
let it go.
I've got both hands up with you on that one. I think whenever I get in front of an audience and they say, okay, it's time to surrender, everyone's like, wah, wah. No one wants to let go because we have a misguided belief that the more we hold on, the more we'll get what we want.
Yeah.
When it's the opposite, ladies. The more we let go, the more we allow. The more we let go, the more the natural order can unfold. And we get out of the way. So one of the secrets to letting go is actually to forget what we think we need. And just start to just open up to what's of the highest good for all. Just say, show me what's the best for everybody, and open your heart to that. Because when we're in that place of control, we have so much resistance inside. We're strangling our desires, and we're in the way. Big time.
When you're saying let go, like what does that look like in real life? Let's give an example.
So I have a lot of areas in my life that I like to control. Let's say work is one of them.
Okay.
And so in those moments when I find myself in that place of trying to control the outcome, I will actually offer it up, and I'll just say, okay, I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to welcome what is of the highest good for all. What is the best and the greatest outcome for everyone involved? And as soon as I say something like that, it's a perceptual shift. It may only work for maybe an hour or 2 hours, but it's a shift that starts to change my attitude. I do it again, 3 hours later. I do it again, 3 hours later. And you just start reprogramming the way that you think about things.
It's a mindset.
It's a mindset, because we get into a loop. We're always in a loop. And it's the choice, which loop are we going to be in? Are we going to be in the loop of freedom and ease, or are we going to be in the loop of fear and control? That's our choice. And so as we start to spot check these moments, we can reorganize and redirect our focus onto what we actually want instead of what we don't want.
So it's kind of like whatever will be, right? So you can spend your time now trying to worry about it and control it, but whatever happens, it's going to happen anyway.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean that we don't take action. We have to take action on our desires, but are we going to take action from a place of control, which obviously never works, or are we going to take action from a place of ease and faith? And that ease is always going to create more opportunity for us.
So you say look for the signs, ask the universe things. How does that work?
So a great way to start to trust more in the energy that's supporting us around us is to ask the universe for a sign. So you could say, okay, I want to let go, but show me I'm on the right path. So show me a blue butterfly, or show me an angel wing, or show me a rainbow or a double rainbow. Ask specific things. So take that thing that you're trying to control, turn it over to the universe, say thank you for taking this from me, and show me a sign I'm on the right track. And so what's your sign? sign? Just think, don't think, just tell me.
You mean like my zodiac, Virgo?
No. What would be your sign?
I know.
Just choose anything.
Okay.
A butterfly?
A butterfly,
To
okay,
tell
good.
you?
Yeah, right now.
Dragonfly.
Dragonfly, girlfriend.
Wow.
What color butterfly?
Purple.
Purple butterfly. Okay, done. Perfect. Here we are. So I'm gonna give you my number. Text me later.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, real quick, your tour and the show. What can people expect?
Oh, it's going to be excellent. We're going to be at the Wiltern tomorrow night here in LA. I want everybody to come and show up. It's going to be thousands of people coming together to really open your hearts to seeing the world through the lens of possibility and hope and optimism and inner resilience and strength rather than fear and control.
I love it. You see it right there. Time to Trust tomorrow at the Wiltern. Tickets are still available. And we'll see signs everywhere now.
You guys are going to see your dragonflies and your purple butterflies.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. It was so good to be
Looking
with
forward to that. We do have some breaking news actually to get to right now. Let's go to Gigi. The missing man you've been telling us about. Gigi, we have an update.
We have breaking news of the best kind. Take a look. Thomas Murrell has been found safe and sound, and it was all thanks, the Sheriff's Department confirming to me, to a Fox 11 viewer who saw our story this morning. We are so happy to see you.
Oh, I'm happy too.
Thank you.
Yes, I am. Thank you very much.
Your wife has been missing you and your sons and your whole family.
This guy at the grocery store walked up to me. He says, "They're looking for you on the news." I said, "What?" He said, "They're looking for you on the news." He said, "I just got a phone call." I said, "You just got a phone call for what?"
We've all been looking for you and praying for you.
Wow.
So I'm so glad you're okay.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm just in tears. Oh, God bless you. Mr. Thomas Murrell, alive, sound and sound. Thank you to the Sheriff Deputy Hernandez. You were telling me that it was a Fox 11 viewer that actually showed you a screen grab from our shot this morning?
Yeah, showed a screen grab from Fox 11. He's wearing the same thing. And yeah, verified his information, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
And if you're wondering, he was found in Compton at the train station. I want to send a shout out to our LAPD friends from Pacific Station. These officers have been going door to door, showing anyone and everyone Mr. Murrell's picture. And we want to thank you, LAPD Pacific, for taking this so seriously. Thank you for your hard work. We know how concerned you were. Let's go back to one more shot of Mr. Murrell. I am so happy. We see so much bad news. And there's Mrs. Murrell showing the deputy her ID as she's going to take her husband back and never take her eyes off of him again. How are you?
I can eat again. I'm wonderful. I need to lose weight, but not that much weight.
It has been a horrible 37 hours.
Yes, it has been a nightmare. Oh my God, I didn't know what he wanted, my passport. Oh. So we're gonna get him cleaned up, fed, and take him to the hospital. I want him checked out, make sure he's fine from head to toe. We're going to hang around LA until the 3rd, and I guess he can go on a cruise if the doctor says he's okay. So we can take our second cruise. We missed our first.
The Sheriff's Department telling me it was one of our viewers who saw the story, saw you on TV this morning, and took a screen grab of your husband's picture. And when he saw him at the Compton train station, he immediately did what we asked. He called 911.
Thank you so much. You are beautiful. You're elegant. You're wonderful. You're the best news lady ever, and I never want to forget you ever. Thank you so much.
Thank you to that viewer who listened to our plea this morning.
And thank the viewer. You know, there's great people in the world. Let's love on each other and just be good to each other. You know,
that's the message. Let's all look out for each other.
Yes,
God bless you. I'm so happy. Let me get out of the way here. Reunited, and all is well, and it feels so good. Happy to bring you this breaking news. Again, if you're just joining us live on Good Day LA, 68-year-old Thomas Murrell, a Navy veteran, missing since Sunday evening when he walked away from the airport Sheraton, has been found safe after a Fox 11 viewer called 911. The Sheriff's Department responding to the train station in Compton, and that's where they found him. Mr. Murrell, unfortunately, does have dementia, but he's well. He's fine. 37 hours on the streets of Los Angeles, and he's okay. Aww. And reunited with his family, and we're so happy you're reunited with your family, sir.
He's tired.
Bye-bye. The Murrell family from Atlanta, Georgia, here in Los Angeles. Yes.
Do we know who the viewer was? Do you have their contact or any information?
I do not, unfortunately, I do not have his name. I know it was a gentleman who called the Sheriff's Department. The Compton train station, again, a parting shot of Mr. Murrell and his wife and son there. Family about to be reunited, going to have him checked out at the hospital. This is a family, if you've lived with dementia, you know, and so many of our viewers, I'm sure, have, you know how hard it is, and you know how things can switch on a dime. He'd never done this before. He simply walked away from their hotel room. She had just checked on him. He was sound asleep. She was right across the hall with the hotel door open, and he got by her, and he's been missing ever since, but he's safe now. So we'll send it back to you. So happy to report this good news.
Oh my gosh, it's so nice to have good news, right? You're right. Oftentimes, yeah, oftentimes we're covering, especially you, things that don't have a happy ending, and in this case, it's a very different outcome.
Exactly, and I was talking to the LAPD patrol officers from Pacific Division. They see such horrible things. They've been working this case since Sunday evening. I caught up with them earlier down a Century, going door to door. They were literally stopping everybody that was walking by to show them Mr. Murrell's picture, and I wanted to thank the officers. They've done an amazing job. They put the word out to everybody, so other police stations knew that Mr. Murrell was missing and responded quickly here. Thanks to the Sheriff's Station, and more importantly, thank you to our Fox 11 viewers. I got to meet some who stopped by this morning. One of them told me he was going to go out and search. He was in tears because his great aunt has dementia, and he was going to go out and search. I don't know if it was him, but whoever it was, thank you from the bottom of everyone's hearts, especially the Murrell family.
Each and every viewer who went out there to look and search for Mr. Murrell, we thank you. I hope that that viewer who actually made the call and found him will call us back, and we can kind of talk to them.
Gigi, do you know the distance from where you are and where he was found, and do we have any idea how he got to where he was when he was located?
He was located at the Compton train station. He had about $15 in cash with him. We're going to move off the property. I don't know if my great photographer Frank Aguilera can shoot and walk at the same time. We're going to move off the property because the Sheraton is so busy. So excuse us as I walk and talk backwards. He had $15 cash, and the family thought he might try to take a bus or a train to get to Long Beach. Now, Compton is not that far away from Long Beach, and the family thought, and why? Because he's a Navy veteran. This is a man who served our country, and he needed our help today, and I'm so glad that we responded. We were there for him. So they thought he might be heading to Long Beach, because you never know with dementia. You have such amazing memories. Look, I already left my cell phone. Thank you, sir. Everything happening live. Thank you very much. I left my other cell phone. You never know with dementia what your short-term memory is going to be, what your long-term memory. The family even told me about some potato chips that he's obsessed with. Sour cream and cheddar. I'm never going to forget that. When I see it in the market, I'm going to think of Mr. Murrell. He didn't find the potato chips in the hotel, so they thought he might have gone out to look for potato chips. You never know what it is. And they thought, well, he might go to Long Beach because he has such amazing memories of being in the Navy and serving in Long Beach, even though that shipyard, I'm told, is no longer there. So maybe that's where he was heading. Compton is not far.
Yeah. Did the hotel look at security footage, too, kind of to see which direction he was going?
They sure did. Actually, Mr. Murrell's son works in security. He's a security specialist. He worked closely with the hotel. They got as much video of him as they could, which is that shot where he's wearing that bright blue Curacao T-shirt, one of the many cruises the family has taken. And let me tell you, the family is trying to make as many memories, make him as happy as possible with the time they have left. There is no cure for the type of dementia Mr. Murrell has, and they know time is of the essence. So he goes in and out. He's very aware of where he is and what's happening, and then he gets a little sidetracked. He gets a little lost. So they're trying to make as many memories with this man as possible and make him happy, and he loves cruises. So they missed the cruise yesterday, but they have another one booked in a couple of days, so hopefully they'll make that one.
Perfect. That's what I was about to ask you. Hopefully they do make that cruise and they can make more memories while they have time with him and really enjoy him. And we're so happy. He's safe. The family is reunited. Thank you to our viewers, and thanks to you and all the amazing work you did this morning. Thank you, Gigi.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to move on to some other stories now.
That's right. There is a warning for drivers this morning. The Highway Patrol is in the middle of a 24-hour crackdown on speeders across California.
That's right. Don't speed, Mario. Are you a speeder?
Not today, that's for sure, because they are going to be out in full force. We're already, Sandra and Roxia, 4 hours in to this 24-hour maximum enforcement period. So take it seriously, because we're hearing from drivers that CHP officers are. You can see the 405 here, where they've been out, as many officers as possible deployed to enforce speed limits across the state. So the CHP says additional officers are out from 6 o'clock this morning through just before 6 tomorrow morning, targeting speeders. Officers say that's one of the biggest reasons people are killed or seriously hurt on California roads. And one driver this morning tells us they noticed a much heavier CHP presence on the freeway during their morning commute, counting more than 10 patrol vehicles on just one side of the road. Several drivers pulled over in both directions, and that's a sign that officers appear to be taking this very seriously. We also spoke with AAA, one expert telling us beyond the safety risks, many drivers right now simply can't afford the cost of a speeding ticket.
Today's gas price average in California, $5.96. So we know that people are still feeling the pain at the pump, and we're all looking for a little bit of relief. The last thing anyone wants, a speeding ticket. That's because we know that that ticket can cost hundreds of dollars and much more when you factor in the possibility of insurance increases.
And this is a look at the numbers from the California Highway Patrol. In 2025 alone, the agency says officers issued nearly 500,000 speeding tickets. They also report more than 110,000 speed-related crashes, leading to more than 400 deaths and over 68,000 injuries. Again, all on California roads in a single year. Now, AAA actually estimates that a single speeding ticket here in the state could increase your insurance premium by 20 to more than 40%. So something to keep in mind. And all jokes aside, the CHP says it's just not worth it. You could save a few seconds of time, but it can cost you a ticket, your license, or even more. For now, live here along the 405 in West LA. Back to you.
All right. Slow down.
And stay off the phones, too, because they'll see that. That's going to cost you a pricey ticket. Thank you, Mario.
I know that one firsthand. Unfortunately.
Me too.
All right, so the Torrance man accused of storming the White House correspondent dinner has been charged with trying to assassinate the president. Here's a look at the federal charges filed against Cole Allen. Prosecutors say the 31-year-old took a train from Torrance and traveled for 3 days to reach D.C., where he intended to kill the president. Authorities say Allen's manifesto, which he emailed to his family just 10 minutes before the shooting, outlined targets in Trump's administration, which he wrote were coating his hands with their crimes. On Saturday night, police say Allen charged through a security checkpoint at the hotel, hosting the annual press dinner. While armed with 2 guns and 3 knives, he did exchange gunfire with Secret Service agents before he was stopped. Allen faces up to life in prison on the assassination charge alone.
Late-night host Jimmy Kimmel has responded to the White House after President Trump once again called for his firing. It all stemmed from a joke he told days before the attack during a roast.
Our First Lady Melania is here. Look at Melania, so beautiful. Mrs. Trump, you have a glow like an expectant widow.
Kimmel made that joke last Thursday during a skit at a roast mocking the White House Correspondents' Dinner, but the first couple wasn't laughing. Monday morning, days after the incident, First Lady Melania Trump blasted Kimmel on social media, calling him a coward who jokes deepen the political sickness in the country. The president later backed up his wife with his own statement saying Kimmel should be fired. Last night, Kimmel responded to the criticism.
It was a pretend roast. I said, our First Lady Melania is here. Look at her, so beautiful. Mrs. Trump, you have a glow like an expectant widow, which obviously was a joke about their age difference. It was a very light roast joke about the fact that he's almost 80 and she's younger than I am. It was not, by any stretch of the definition, a call to assassination, and they know that. I've been very vocal for many years speaking out against gun violence.
Last fall, Kimmel was suspended over comments he made after Charlie Kirk was killed. And Amanda will join us later with more insight into this developing story.
President Trump has just posted to his Truth Social account that Iran has admitted to being in a state of collapse. The president also says that its leaders are asking the U.S. to reopen the Strait of Hormuz as soon as possible. Iran's foreign minister met with Russian President Vladimir Putin yesterday. Putin promised to do everything that serves the interest of Iranians and the people in the region that did not commit to anything. Meanwhile, hundreds of ships with around 20,000 crew members remain unable to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. Only about 80 vessels have passed through the strait since the week of April 13th, and this is according to maritime data from Lloyd's List Intelligence.
Hi there, I'm Maria Quaban. Let's talk about our weather now as we are anticipating a really nice spring day, actually. A lot of sunshine and temperatures warming up beginning today into the upcoming weekend. We're just picking up some high clouds. That's about it right now. Not rain-producing clouds, maybe filtering out the sunshine just a tiny bit if you are to our south in Orange County. Mostly mild conditions today with temperatures back into the 70s. We've got an area of low pressure out just to our southwest that we're watching. Now, this is going to move, I think, south of us. We've got a ridge of high pressure that's going to keep that low pressure far enough to where it's not going to really give us any impacts. It might give us some clouds that are going to be a little bit deeper. So we're calling for a slight sprinkle chance on Thursday, and then high pressure will really settle in for Friday and Saturday and bring us some really warm temperatures, actually. It's really this system here. This is a colder system we're watching, and according to the models, that one for next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, could bring us some widespread rain, even a few more inches of mountain snow here for us at the tip tops of Big Bear and San Bernardino Mountains. Otherwise, we are going to look for some measurable rain. So hopefully that'll come to fruition. In the meantime, today will be dry. Currently it's 64 in downtown LA. Still kind of cool up in Santa Clarita, still in the low 50s there, 52. 60 degrees in Ontario, 64 in Corona. It's 50 in Big Bear now, 73 in Palm Springs. High temperatures in the low desert. We'll get to around 85 there in Palm Springs. Not bad, right? 74 in the high desert, 58 in the mountains in Big Bear. Downtown LA, 73, which is actually average for the day. 76 for the valleys and the Inland Empire, to the upper 60s along our coast. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you so much. A royal welcome for King Charles III and Queen Camilla at the White House today.
They are kicking off a packed day of events as part of their official state visit, and Rebecca Castor joins us from Washington.
Hi, Sandra and Araxia. A really exciting day here in the nation's capital. The hope is that this visit from the King and Queen will emphasize the special relationship between the two nations over the last 250 years, as well as ease some recent rising tensions.
An official state welcome for King Charles III and Queen Camilla at the White House.
Americans have had no closer friends than the British. Together, our warriors have defended the same extraordinary civilization under twin banners of red, white, and blue.
The visit comes at a crucial time, with the two longtime allies at odds over President Trump's tariffs, the war with Iran, and Trump's increasing desire to break away from NATO.
We should not be honouring the warmonger-in-chief with a state visit and a state banquet when he has lit the global economy on fire with a stick of dynamite by bombing Iran.
Following his time at the White House, King Charles will make his way over to Capitol Hill, where he'll address a joint meeting of Congress. He'll become only the second British monarch to do so, following in the footsteps of his mother, Queen Elizabeth, back in 1991. The king is expected to highlight the country's shared democratic values and commemorate the 250th anniversary of U.S. independence over Britain.
The fact that the king was invited to come celebrate our independence from his country just shows how tight these binds are and how long and storied this friendship is.
Lawmakers are looking forward to the king's address here on Capitol Hill later this afternoon. President Trump even said that he would have loved to have been in the room for it, but he was told it was not the proper protocol. Sandra and Araxia, back to you.
A lot of protocol.
There is.
Everyone has to follow.
If you ever watch the show The Crown, you know there are lots of rules. That's where I get all my info. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Have a great day. You too? It's really informative. Yeah. Speaking of informative, how are the roads out there?
Got to slow down today.
we will hear from Coco in just a little bit because of the strawberries. They look so delicious. That's when we come back. Anyway, let's talk about traffic. Good Day LA traffic is brought to you by My Home Sold. Let's go over now to our real-time traffic map and our live traffic picture. I just saw this. This was moving just a few moments ago. This is the, I believe, the 5 at Templin Highway. And this is where all the trucks kind of make a stop, pit stop. And it looks good there on that part of the 5. On the westbound 10 between the 5 to the 405 heading out of downtown LA towards Santa Monica, it's improved. It's 30 minutes right now. Northbound 110 between the 405 to the 10, 19 minutes, not too bad. Westbound 60 between the 57 to the 5, just 27 minutes. Here's a look at some of the other traffic hotspots.
Hello, I'm Adrian Hernandez with MyHomeSold.com, and we want to buy your house cash. We save you money with no commissions, no fees, no repairs, for free, no obligation, as is cash offer. Go to MyHomeSold.com.
Welcome back. Long Beach Airport is getting a major upgrade ahead of the 2028 Olympic Games. Officials broke ground yesterday on a $37 million project to modernize the terminal and improve the passenger experience. Plans include upgraded gate areas, more seating and charging stations, new garden spaces, and improved lighting and signage. More than $24 million in federal funding is backing this project, which is expected to create nearly 200 local construction jobs. And it's all expected expected to be completed before the games.
Massive tax on California's billionaires, one step closer to the November ballot. Labor leaders announcing they've collected over 1.5 million signatures for the Billionaire Tax Act. If certified, analysts say this could become the most expensive ballot fight in American history. If passed by voters in November, the measure would impose a one-time 5% tax on anyone in the state worth more than $1.1 billion. Supporters claim the move will generate $100 billion over 5 years. Revenue, they say, is critical to offset federal health care cuts and prevent statewide hospital closures.
With our signatures, we are demanding that billionaires pay their fair share so our hospitals, clinics, and emergency rooms can stay open. California voters have shown they are ready to fight to avoid health care cuts that will hurt millions.
Some argue a proposed billionaire tax could push wealthy residents and their tax dollars out of California. Reports say Google co-founder Sergey Brin is spending millions, that is, to oppose this, as the tax could personally cost him $12 billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. A section of Angel Stadium concession area has been shut down after health inspectors discovered rodent droppings during a routine inspection. The Orange County Health Care Agency says the stadium's view level 432 area was declared an imminent health hazard, forcing an immediate closure. The space will remain closed until cleanup is completed and it passes reinspection.
This next story takes us to Cleveland, where a two-run homer gives Cleveland a two-run lead over Tampa. Now watch. What you didn't see in the wide shot apparently is a man wrestling that home run ball away from a little girl. Yeah, you can see it better in this shot. Let's see. I want to watch this too. Let's see. Yeah. You got to look closely.
Oh, because it's on the ground, scrambling for it.
I mean, it's an ugly move. It did not escape the sportscaster who noticed that the race sportscaster had some choice words for the bully, for that ball stealer. Announcer Ryan Bass did more than just talk, though. He actually jumped into action.
She had a glove in it.
Well, when you see something wrong has occurred, it's nice to make up for it, and Ryan Bass making up for that Cleveland fan by going out making friends, and she deserves that baseball.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay.
So great.
Bass went out, as you see, personally delivered the ball to the girl, even with the sunglasses on. Yeah, she was emotional. She was, you can tell, appearing to be in tears, and moves in for a big hug from mom to feel better. A very classy play by Ryan Bass. Apparently, the man who stole the ball caved to pressure and gave the girl the actual home run ball about 4 innings
Oh my
later.
gosh, it took him 4 innings to finally be shamed enough by the crowd and the announcers. That's what happened. He didn't feel bad enough. It was that he was shamed. He was like the most hated guy.
There's evidence.
Yeah, there's video evidence, and everyone was rallying against that guy and for the girl.
What is wrong with people?
4 innings?
Seriously.
I know.
Aww.
Wait, let's show
I'm
the
surprised
guy.
that girl's...
Let's shame him now.
I'm surprised that girl's... I don't know if that's her dad, but I feel like there might have been, you know, things could have gotten carried away.
That's right. That's right. Look at her. She had a glove and everything.
She's
and all
upset,
her gear.
you can tell. She's embarrassed.
What a true fan.
Okay, well, you know, classy move. And we'll be right back.
Taking a look at some of our top stories this morning, a missing man with dementia is found. We told you all morning about 68-year-old Thomas Murrell. Well, he was found at the Compton train station in the past hour. The LA County Sheriff's Department telling us a Fox 11 viewer helped track him down. Murrell and his family are in town from Atlanta and were supposed to be on a cruise by now. Murrell appeared to be in good spirits. What a great story.
So great. Love it.
I just knew it. I had a feeling that one of our viewers was going to see this and go out there and find him. I really did. You can ask the guys here on the crew. I was talking to them about it earlier. But the call to action to our viewers, that was fantastic. Oh, such great news. All right, let's talk about our weather because we have some fantastic weather actually coming to us today. We're going to warm up. We're going to continue this warming trend to the weekend, it looks like. We have some cooler temperatures still at this hour in some areas, but we are going to warm up much more quickly today, and we will be warmer than yesterday, back to the 70s. There will be a few clouds rolling in tomorrow and Thursday, and there's a very slim chance that we will get some sprinkles, but I don't think it will bother you too much. This is mainly for some of the mountains and foothills, and it's going to be literally like just a few sprinkles. I don't think you'll need any umbrellas or anything like that. Warmer Friday and Saturday with those temperatures back in the 70s and 80s. Right now, winds are variable. Downtown LA, 65 degrees. So there, it's starting to really warm up. And as we look at our April highs, by the way, we are going to start a new month on Friday. So we really only have 3 more days left of April. And we're going to warm things up. So I think we're going to get rid of the blue boxes and probably get back to those red boxes with temperatures warming to maybe near average today with that 73 or perhaps above that. Our sunset time at 7:35 later this evening. Here are the highs we're expecting today. 76 in Woodland Hills, so comfortable. 67 in Oxnard to that 77 out there in Ontario, Corona, Riverside, 70 in Santa Ana. If you like it warmer, it's going to be around 85 in Palm Springs to nearly 60 degrees in Big Bear. I'll show you that 70 forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. So strawberry season is at its peak right here in Southern California.
Let's go to Coco in San Juan Capistrano. They're at the Ecology Center that's setting a new standard for field to farm stand agriculture. I don't know what I just said. Explain it.
Hey there, the Ecology Center has so much to offer. We're in the farm stand right now, fresh vegetables, fresh produce. There's a lot to the Ecology Center. So I am here with Evan Marks now, who is the founder. Tell us all about the farm stand.
You know, it's a pretty simple idea, which is just to nourish our community with beautiful, delicious artisan ingredients. And so we grow the bulk of all of these beautiful colorful things, and then we also work with about 100 small businesses.
Oh wow! That's
yeah,
incredible.
so this is kind of modeling our values of building local economy and
Yeah, and nourishing. And as we walk this way too, you can see the jams. I know those are popular. Tell us about the jams.
You know, there's no such thing as waste at the Ecology Center, so the extras go into making jam. And there's so many treats from the farm. You can see the flowers. These are mulberries. Mulberries are an ingredient that only lasts for about 2 weeks. Versus the strawberries that we get about 6 or 7 months from.
Wow, and as we keep walking this way, talk about what it means to be a regenerative organic farm.
Yeah, you know, again, like I said, it just means we care a lot about planet Earth and we want to steward the resources with respect. And so there's no toxic pesticides or fertilizers. We use nature as our ingredients, cover cropping and compost to add fertility. And then we pay living wages to our farmers to ensure that there's health across the food chain, as well as that the children that are picking these ingredients for our U-Pick are nourished from the mind, the body, and the spirit.
That's beautiful. Also beautiful, this display right here. These are items from the cafe, right?
Yeah, the cafe's 7 days a week, and it's, you know, the Ecology Center is not just a farm, it's a village, right? So we have a bakery, we have a school, we have a farm stand, we have a cafe, and so you can see the rainbow here that's nourishing community in a meaningful way.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Evan, for taking us through this. And I like how you described that. I would say it's the same. The Ecology Center is really a village. It is so fun to come out here because you see so many different things. A lot of people just out here enjoying nature, enjoying the U-Pick. It's strawberry season, so if you want to pick some strawberries, you can come here Friday to Sunday from 9 to 1 here at the Ecology Center in San Juan Capistrano. I'll send it back to you.
Awesome. Fun thing to do with the kids for sure. Thank you so much, Coco. So the Austrian man accused of planning a terror attack at a Taylor Swift concert has pleaded guilty. The 21-year-old man was in court this morning. The plot in Vienna was stopped, but Austrian authorities still canceled Swift's 3 planned performances in August of 2024. The defendant faces charges included terrorist offenses and membership in a terrorist organization.
A man pleads guilty to killing Run DMC star Jam Master Jay back in 2002. 52-year-old Jay Bryan pleaded guilty to a federal murder charge. He told the judge he helped other people get into a building so they could ambush the DJ in his recording studio. 2 other men were convicted for the crime back in 2024. Bryant is now facing 15 to 20 years in prison. A sentence date is still pending. Jam Master Jay, whose real name was Jason Mizell, was the DJ for the pioneering hip-hop group Run DMC.
Megan Thee Stallion leaving her role in the Broadway musical Moulin Rouge earlier than planned. The Grammy-winning rapper will perform her last show this Friday, so that's May 1st. She was supposed to stay in the role through May 17th. The singer has had a tough time during the run of the show. A couple of weeks ago, you may recall, we talked about this. She collapsed on stage during a performance and had to be rushed to the hospital. And there she was treated for extreme dehydration and exhaustion. And then over the weekend, the news broke, and she went on her Instagram to confirm that she had split with her boyfriend, NBA star Klay Thompson, claiming that he had cheated on her. Megan Thee Stallion was the first female performer to play Zidler. No replacement has yet to be named, but that's the update.
Yeah, sending love to Meg Thee Stallion. All right, jumping on into this. Good Day LA Entertainment, sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. When you think of the band The Police, one of the things that stands out is the pounding, pace-setting drums, and you can thank our next guest for that. Became the literal heartbeat of the Police in 1977, and when the guys went their own ways in '86, Copeland continued to write and perform. In fact, Stewart has taken the stage for the Santa Monica International Jazz Festival on May 9th. But drum roll, please, in your honor, sir. Here we go. He's here now. Look at that. And you know what? Funny enough, this is how
that was a pretty good drum roll, by the way.
Hey,
yeah.
Thank you.
Want to join a band?
Hey, okay. I know a guy.
Yeah.
This is how you all got your start. Like when you were young, you have said that you were a late bloomer and you felt really alive when you started banging on stuff.
Well, it grew me. It actually, the minute I hit a drum, bang!
Yeah.
Suddenly, chest hair started sprouting miraculously. Well, we know the connection between large primates and assertiveness and noise.
There you go.
Here I am.
And the rest is history.
Yep.
And this is inaugural. This is going to be the inaugural, the first ever Santa Monica International Jazz Festival. Tell me how this idea became a thing.
Well, for me, it was an incoming call from Stanley Clarke, whose brainchild this all is. And he is probably one of the leading living jazz legends today. And he decided that West Los Angeles, Santa Monica, this side of the 405 needs some cultural stuff. People living in Santa Monica have to go all the way downtown for cool stuff. And so Stanley figured that Tongva Park would be a great place for a jazz festival. Let's make Santa Monica the new Montreux.
I like that.
Yeah, and so I would blame Stanley Clarke.
By the beach, you get by the beats.
Yeah.
It's beats by the beach. I love it.
I'll tell him you said that.
Yeah, tell him I said that. You could share that with him. You have been performing, touring for decades. Do you have a pre-show ritual, something that you do before you perform?
Weird incantations, consumption of raw flesh, 2 or 3 chickens ought to do it, a couple rats just to keep it rock and roll.
Just the simple things,
shake the hands like this. Actually, I was inspired by an Instagram clip of Keith Richard and Charlie Watts, the Rolling Stones, just before they play.
Oh, of course.
They're behind the amps, and the drummer, Charlie, is kind of doing this, loosening it, and I thought, he's a master.
He's onto something.
And so I copped that off him. Now, before a show, show.
Yeah.
Backstage, I'm there looking a little ridiculous, but good to loosen up, see?
Yeah, they do that in the theater too. You know, I'm a thespian.
Yeah.
And they do that, and they do the tongue twisters.
Yeah.
You know, like red leather, yellow leather.
Yes, yeah. Well, you know how the heavy metal bands, singers warm up.
Tell me.
No, 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 no.
I love it. Everyone has to have their thing, right? It makes them who they are. Now, I was watching a lot of your interviews, and you had said in an interview that when you went on your reunion tour, it was like band therapy.
No,
right?
no, it was,
or what,
we had to have band therapy
to get through it, right?
Yes, yeah. I heard that the Stones had band, and I learned all things, of course, from those who went before, the Rolling Stones. If they had band therapy, gosh darn it, we're going to have band therapy.
Yeah.
And it worked.
And because everyone serves the song in different ways and goes about the music in different ways. Except
well, that's why I'm playing jazz here.
That's right.
And the difference between pop music and jazz is that in pop music, everybody serves the song. Hey, I was not put on this planet to serve no gosh darn song.
That's right.
I'm here to bang stuff. And in jazz, the song serves the players, which is why jazz is actually more fun to play than it is to listen to.
Yeah.
And why jazz fans are the best fans in the world. They pay good money.
They're loyal.
Yeah, well, they pay good money to see musicianship play their instruments and see what these instruments can do. And as a player of instruments, I love jazz fans.
You know what? Jazz is timeless, and banging on stuff is timeless. So for any viewers out there who have children that are aspiring drummers...
Put an end to it right now. Put a stop to that right now. Dentistry, real estate, law,
HVAC,
anything.
plumbing, right. No, really?
Yeah, well, you know.
If your kids said they wanted to be drummers, though, you would say no?
No, I'd get over it. You know, any parent with children, you should put them all in music class because you never know.
Of course.
But if you're having to say, Henrietta, it's time for your piano practice, then forget it. You're wasting your time.
That's
if instead you have to say, Henrietta, would you please just shut up for a minute? Okay, you got a musician in the family.
Yes, you're on to something. You can't stop the beat, truly. It hits you.
Yeah.
What can fans expect for this inaugural Santa Monica Jazz Festival? I know this is going to be huge, celebrating music icons. It's a celebration of all the different genres kind of come together, culminating for this.
Well, I would say that with Stanley Clarke, you have the jazz legend, the old school, but actually, in the history of jazz, Stanley is new school. Return to Forever, his band, changed all the rules of jazz. So he's actually cutting edge 30 years ago, but he's still cutting edge. So, but on, so there's that aspect. But the current stars, Kamasi, he is huge now. And he is now the cutting edge. I mean, Stanley, they were a paradigm shift in his day, but now the new paradigm you'll see in Santa Monica.
This is exciting. Also, you, besides performing near the beach, you like hanging out near the beach, right? You like cycling and...
Oh, I'm out there every Sunday.
You're an active guy.
Yeah.
Well, look how great you look. Look at you. I was just telling you, I'm like looking at your videos back in the day. You still have that gray head of hair on you.
Yeah, all mine.
All yours. I love it. We did the tug test.
Somebody said, a great diva once said, better than the last time, but not as good as the next.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
I truly love that. This is something that I want to know. I drive home and I've got my playlist. When you listen to music, what other artists are on your playlist? Who's like your top 10?
Slipknot.
Really?
Right now, everybody's listening to Angine de Poitrine. The guy with the triangular polka dot, white polka dot.
Okay.
Every single person, everybody in this studio, all these flinty-eyed technicians, everybody is getting them on their, whatever their social media platform is.
It's showing up. It's
not only have they exploded out of nowhere, but the replicas, people, some girl in Japan doing it with tuned glass, all the offshoots, the spin-offs.
I love that you said
that is a phenomenon. I've never seen anything like that.
But you started with Slipknot, which is like going back to me. A guy stood me up at a school dance to go to a Slipknot concert. It's a sore subject, Stuart.
Two things. First of all, death metal is where the chops are. That's where all the great drummers of the world are not playing in Oasis. They're playing in Slipknot. And second of all, in my advanced years, in my 74th year on the planet, death metal just cheers me up.
Yeah.
The more angry those young men are, for some reason, the more happy I am.
It does have that effect. You had that effect. 74 great, well-lived years, many more to come. Stuart Copeland taking the stage at Tongva Park, May 9th for the Santa Monica International Jazz Festival. For tickets and a schedule of all the performers and dates, go to smjazzfest.com. We will be right back. Just do this in your
got a future there.
I think so. Thank you, sir.
.45, welcome back. So Amanda joining us now. Earlier in the show, we talked about how Jimmy Kimmel is feuding with the White House again.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And this time, you know, it's over a joke that he made last week regarding the First Lady. But there is some nuance to it. I just want to go through it with you guys, especially giving you the timeline, because timeline matters when talking about this. Also, the reason for why this was even mentioned on Jimmy Kimmel Live in the first place. So let's go back to last week, which was days before the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Our First Lady Melania is here. Look at Melania, so beautiful. Mrs. Trump, you have a glow like an expectant widow.
That joke was said on April 23rd. The White House Correspondents' Dinner was April 25th. Jimmy Kimmel saying, well, first I'll say the First Lady put out a statement saying the joke, quote, isn't comedy. His words are corrosive and deepen the political sickness within America. A coward Kimmel hides behind ABC. Enough is enough. The reason why he did that skit in the first place is because at every White House Correspondents' Dinner, for the most part, they always have a roast. They have a comedian host the dinner, and usually people have a pretty thick skin about it because all gloves
They know
are
what
off.
they're going to get.
They know what they're going to get. It truly is a roast before the toast.
Yeah.
So, you know, people that are watching the clip now thinking that it happened after the incident that occurred on the 25th, it happened days before. So let's do a reminder on the timeline, shall we, just so we could take a look. So on April 21st is when Cole Allen, they think, he leaves California to head towards Washington, D.C. On April 23rd is when the joke aired on Jimmy Kimmel Live, with Jimmy Kimmel on the fake podium pretending he was the fake roast master. And of course, on April 25th, this past Saturday, was the White House Correspondents' Dinner. So when people say that Jimmy Kimmel invoked that kind of violence, Cole had already left. He had set out for Washington, D.C. prior to that episode airing.
Unbeknownst to anybody.
Unbeknownst to anyone, right. So it's just looking at the timeline, it's important to take that, because we see things get taken out of context.
Yes.
And it's important to note the dates.
So in this case, it was a timeline issue. In many cases, when you're taking bits and parts of a joke or a quote, and you don't have the full joke,
of course,
or the full reaction, then it completely can become a different thing.
I overheard a conversation going on yesterday.
Right.
Did you hear what Jimmy Kimmel said after President Trump? And this is what happens where he did not say it afterwards.
Right.
Yeah.
But what he did say afterwards, in a way, was doubling down, because he said that he does agree that hate should stop, and, you know, joking at one's life and cost. And then he said, you know, I'm paraphrasing, he basically told the First Lady that she should start at home with her husband because of some of the things that he puts out on social media.
Right. It's inflammatory, obviously, and we've covered all of those things. But I think also people, when they get their news or information from social media, check the date, because sometimes I think, oh, this event's happening today, and you look at it like, oh, 5 days ago.
Right. Exactly. So, timeline matters. That's why I wanted to come on here, the timeline. But I also want to note something that's interesting. Kimmel wasn't the only one to make an awkward joke. Here's what Caroline Leavitt, who's the president's press secretary, said on the red carpet just before the event.
I will tell you, this speech tonight will be classic Donald J. Trump. It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the room.
Now, of course, she did not expect or know what was going to happen. She was clearly making a joke. Did not age well, obviously, in hindsight. Well, based on the events of the night, and a lot of people are saying it can kind of be compared to being it's the same thing as a joke. Both of them did not know what was about to occur. So George Clooney was asked about it. Variety caught up with him on a carpet last night at the Chaplin Awards Gala, and he said Jimmy's a comedian. And I would argue that Caroline Leavitt didn't mean shots should be fired. You look at that side by side and go, well, jokes are jokes, but the rhetoric is a little dangerous, and we've seen it a lot lately. Maybe both sides could just take the temperature down just a tad.
Just cool it.
That's right.
Cool it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
That was an interesting breakdown there. All right, let's break down the weather.
Yeah, let's do that, because we've got a pretty nice day on tap today. We have a slight offshore flow. Notice the arrows coming from that northeasterly direction toward the southwest. That's kind of a Santa Ana wind pattern, but we don't have those strong gusty Santa Ana winds. So that's the good news. It's just enough of a breeze that will help to warm up the atmosphere. A little breezy up in Big Bear, so some breezy conditions at times, but no wind advisories in effect. That's the good news. We are watching just some of that high cloud cover, as I mentioned. There's that area of low pressure that could bring us more clouds tomorrow into Thursday, but as far as rain with that system, it's really dwindling. This is one of our computer models here